The entire week is just a build-up to Friday because Friday night is game time, because Friday night is football night. And now you're a part of the experience with Lane and Associates Friday Night Rivals presented by My Computer Career.
Green Hope takes on Jordan in a Triangle 6 showdown.
Get ready for the hits, the big plays, and all the action. This is Friday Night Rivals.
Lane and Associates Friday Night Rivals presented by My Computer Career from a waterlogged Falcons Stadium in Cary, North Carolina. It's a key Tri-6 tilt. The Jordan Falcons visiting the Green Hope Falcons. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to soggy Cary, North Carolina. Patrick Keenis alongside former ECU standout Jay Sohnhalter. And Jay, what a big matchup we have of the only two remaining unbeaten teams in the Tri-6. Weather, obviously, is going to be one of the key storylines tonight.
Yeah, it's an important game, but the game plan for both these teams coming into tonight has to go out the window because now with this rain coming down, it's going to be about protecting the football, running the football, and whoever can make the least amount of mistakes.
And that's one of the big keys. Well, let's zone in now on a couple of players to watch. Both quarterbacks for these two Falcons squads. Why?
Ben Miller, he's been outstanding this season. 17 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions. He's going to have to protect the football tonight and distribute the ball out to the outside, but also be good in the ball handling with the running game as well. And then on the flip side, Willie Taylor, outstanding senior quarterback, garnering a lot of interest from the colleges. 9 touchdowns on the season. The coaches have talked about his leadership, and they're going to need his leadership here tonight with the wet field conditions. But I look for both of these quarterbacks to have big games tonight.
All right, should be a great matchup. Jordan and Green Hope. The one who's going to be holding the umbrella the rest of the night on the sidelines, Aaron Summers, with more on tonight's matchup. Aaron?
Thanks, Patrick. It's been raining here all day, at times very hard. The ground is completely saturated. There are puddles in the middle of the field. And with those game conditions, it's a surprise that we are standing here, but this is an undefeated matchup for these Tri-6 teams. And both coaches, they didn't want to lose this game. Obviously, with the conditions, it makes ball security of prime importance. You don't want to lose the football when it's as wet as it is out here. And that will also change the game plan to make sure that you run the ball more because passing is not going to be easy. So you guys at home, sit back, relax. We've got it covered here. Stay warm and dry. We have the kickoff between Jordan and Green Hope coming up next.
I'm a student athlete, which means I'm still learning.
I'm still growing.
I'm getting important lessons about perseverance, teamwork,
determination, respect, and dedication through playing sports at my school.
Mom, Dad, Coach. In a few years,
I'll probably forget a lot of the details, but I won't forget the lessons I learned
from the way you act towards my teammates,
coaches, referees, and other fans. What kind of lesson do you want me to learn? I'm watching.
Sportsmanship, together we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Your vehicle search ends here. Hendrick Chevrolet in Cary has North Carolina's largest selection of new Chevys, plus up to $15,000 off MSRP. Find new roads at hendrickchevrolet.com. That's the power of Hendrick.
Saltwater Seafood has the freshest seafood in town and the best customer service.
Saltwater has the freshest seafood in town and the best staff.
Saltwater gets their fish fresh every morning.
Hey, Dante.
Check out the catch of the day at saltwaterseafoodnc.com and join our mailing list for weekly specials. Our fresh fish come daily from the North Carolina coast, and we're open every day but Monday.
I love their fresh fish right here at Saltwater.
I spent 4 years in the Navy, deployed to Okinawa and Afghanistan. When I got out in 2013, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I wanted something where I can get in, get a talent without taking up 4 years of my life. You know, you can go to My Computer Career, you get the certifications, you get the training, you go get a job. You want to get into IT, My Computer Career is great.
Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu. Hit the Better Life button now for your new beginning as an IT professional.
Your vehicle search ends here. Hendrick Chevrolet in Cary has North Carolina's largest selection of new Chevys, plus up to $15,000 off MSRP. Find new roads at hendrickchevrolet.com. That's the power of Hendrick.
It's rainy It is football weather. It feels like fall, and it feels like a conference championship maybe on the line tonight. 49 degrees here in Cary as the remaining two undefeated teams in the Tri-6 get ready to go. Jordan and Green Hope from Falcon Stadium. Well, let's go down to the United States Marine Corps coin toss. The few, the proud, the Marines. Contact your local recruiter today. You see Green Hope in the foreground of your screen right there. You have the Jordan Falcons on the white and red and the black. And there's the coin toss ahead of tonight's key matchup in the Tri-6. Good to have you with us. Green Hope won the toss. They will defer, and we are ready to go in a game that could very well decide the Tri-6 Conference Championship. And as you see, a lot of standing water on the field as the kick is handled by Jordan and returned well out to about the 40-yard line. And that's where the Jordan Falcons, 3-5 overall, but 2-0 inside the Tri-6, will get underway tonight. Jay, what are some of the keys that we'll see as we take a look at the starting lineup for the Jordan offense? And they're going to be led onto the field by their outstanding senior quarterback in Ben Miller.
The utmost importance is ball security for Ben Miller, senior quarterback, so talented. With his vertical passing ability, we'll see how the weather impacts that tonight, but the main thing is he's just got to make sure that he protects the football, and the quarterback-center exchange is going to be huge. But on the Green Hope defensive side, tackling with the field conditions, keeping their feeding and getting to the football is going to be important.
All right, Ben Miller out of the shotgun on a 49-degree night. And on the first carry, Andrew Hayes, their leading rusher, 6 touchdowns this year. And we were down on the field about a half an hour ago, and it's been moderate to heavy rain for hours here all across the triangle. The footing is going to be very treacherous.
And we were slipping and sliding. Now, we didn't have cleats on, but I'll tell you, it's balance. It's about making sure you got your shoulder under your toes, that you stay in a football position, especially on the defensive side of the field. But missed tackles, the ability of the wide receivers to make breaks and cuts is going to be huge.
Right, a 4-yard pickup on first down. Miller will try through the air. This will be delicate all night long. Does connect in the left flat, and a pickup of about 4 more to a Josiah Newell, number 7. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and short for the Jordan Falcons.
It's interesting, the skill position players for Jordan not wearing gloves. Now, many times you'll see when it rains, guys want to have the feel of the football because with gloves you get slippery. I always liked wearing gloves, but these guys going without gloves tonight.
Now, this is an offense that relies through the air for almost 3/4 of their offensive production on the year per game. So they want to throw. The question is, can they tonight? 3rd and 3. Miller again, another short pass. It is caught on the outside, and there'll be enough for a 1st down. Caleb Hall, number 6, who is one of their top receivers. We're still not sure if we'll see Craig Kroom, one of their senior top wideouts, number 13. It was a game-time decision whether or not he would start or whether or not he would even play tonight against this Green Hope Falcon defense.
Tony Creasy, the offensive coordinator, coming out and throwing the ball, a little bit surprised, but he knows his team best and is feeling like as long as these guys are precise on their routes, trust Ben Miller. We've seen them already pick up 1st down. Miller's been very accurate so far.
Yeah, Blue Cross Blue Shield 1st down. Be bold, be confident, live fearless. North Carolina. It's the tuck and go for Ben Miller, trusting his footing. Gets around the left corner and tiptoes out of bounds around the 35-yard line. Should be enough for another Jordan 1st down. Now, if you don't know much about Ben Miller, he's been one of the top passing threats in this conference for the last couple of years. He's the all-time leading passer in Jordan Falcon history. He's going to play college baseball in the Ivy League at the University of Pennsylvania. A very accurate, very strong arm, and he's very cerebral out of the shotgun for this Jordan offense.
And the coaches trust him, especially in a game like this. Leadership is so important to get your team up and play with high emotions.
We do see Craig Kroom on the field. Handoff goes on the interior to Hayes, and Hayes probing, got away from one tackle and still forging forward. A good pickup on the second effort by Andrew Hayes, who's now over 400 yards over the course of the season for Jordan. But again, the driving force of their offense is through the air.
Yeah, it's going to be important for them to have balance. Now, on the Green Hope defensive side, of the past couple plays, the defensive line has gotten out of their gaps, and that's enabled Jordan to get some extra yards. But it's so important with these field conditions, they've got to run and tackle and swarm in packs.
Shoulder fake, toss to the end zone, and just beyond the fingertips of James Jeanette. And already only a couple of minutes into this game, look how dirty the white jersey is for Jeanette as we get a look at the replay.
Well, Miller got in one-on-one situation here, just a little bit too deep, but look at the field. I mean, this is almost like a slip and slide there. He slid about 6 yards, and that just shows you how wet the field conditions are, but how hard it is to throw down there. This rain is driving. It's force. It's very fierce. And it's going to be hard for these guys to connect on these deep passing plays.
It is 3rd down and a couple of yards to go for the Falcons. Opening series of the game, about 2.5 minutes in. Looking left, not there. Miller now improvising, gets away from one, has first down yardage down to the 23-yard line.
This is the underrated part of his game, the ability to get out of the pocket, kind of feel pressure coming. We'll see him here, look towards the left, try to find his reads, and then he got out right there. Good recognition. And then it's just the agility and the want to pick up the first down.
And how difficult it's going to be to keep that offensive player in front of you and make that one-on-one tackle in space. That's going to be really critical on both sides. First down now for Jordan. Ball spotted at the 23-yard line. This is Andrew Hayes, and he can't get around the edge, and he's thrown down. Jen McKenna, number 9, right there on the tackle. And this Green Hope squad, boy, Jay, they're coming in hot. 4 wins in a row. Defense has played very, very well, very stingy inside the green zone.
McKenna, he's a great defensive edge player, but you're right, with the confidence they have from those victories, it's really started on the defensive side. We've got a defense that's playing great ball control defense. You know, that's a defense that can win you a championship.
No gain on first down. And Miller again out of the gun. 4 receivers plus a running back in the pattern. Short pass connects with Devon Adams, but short gain there, maybe the 20-yard line. Whistle will blow the play dead. Now each of these teams come in off of very exciting and last-second wins last week. Jordan, a 29-28 victory over Panther Creek. It was the first field goal in the career of Robert Eigenraw after a bad snap when Panther Creek could have almost iced the game in the final minute. A 1-point win for Jordan. Meanwhile, Green Hope, a 1-point win over Riverside. They got a late touchdown by one of their top running backs, Joshua Hullum, late in the 4th quarter for the win. Movement on the defensive line where they drawn off. And it's offsides on Green Hope.
Good job by Miller there with the hard count. We'll see the Falcons go on 2 right there. Offensive line, very disciplined. You know, that's something we saw a couple weeks ago when they played Hillside. So many penalties. Offense, defense line jumping offside, but they're holding their water, staying disciplined, and getting the extra yardage.
Yeah, that's the only thing holding the water tonight. This field certainly is not. Short yardage here on 3rd down. Miller again looking left. Very calm, tucks it in. And a stiff arm against Van frees him up, and he spins his way forward inside the 5-yard line. Another very wise decision by the senior quarterback, Ben Miller, as the pocket began to collapse.
And he just has that feel. He's averaging 7.6 yards per carry. See the stiff arm right there to give him a couple extra yards. The Green Hope's defense, you know, they're trying to keep him in the pocket, but he's just too quick. He's got good vision getting outside.
And now inside the Wake 86 at green zone. Help keep Wake County litter free. And 86 your trash. It's 1st and goal on the first possession of the game for the Jordan Falcons inside the Green Hope 5. And Miller under center for the first time. Gives to Hayes, and he's twisted back for a loss outside the 5-yard line. Seth Johnson, number 44, along with John Nesbitt, number 50, collaborate on the tackle.
Yeah, there are about 3 or 4 Green Hope defenders there, and that's what they've got to do. It's so hard to tackle in these conditions. You've got to go with 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders trying to bring down the ball carrier. Good job kind of collapsing on Hayes.
And that screenshot really doesn't give an indication, Jay, of just how hard it is raining. We saw it already looking fairly uncomfortable in the rain. Anthony Barber, the head coach for the Jordan Falcons, on the sideline. Second out across the middle. The pass run a little bit behind the intended receiver. And the footing gave way as well. Caleb Hall broke free again, but unable to connect with Ben Miller.
That's the difference between dry field conditions and wet ones like tonight. We'll see here Miller throwing it right in a spot, but Hall just slipping a little bit too much. In the middle of the field, wide open, though. Green Hope defense was not playing the center field area.
Now there is an artistic picture of just how impactful the rain is going to be tonight. And before we get too far out here in this first quarter, thanks early to everybody in the truck and all the camera people bringing you this Friday Night Rivals broadcast, working outside in the elements. 3rd and goal for Jordan. Miller across the middle, and it's broken up and knocked away incomplete. Justin Grant, number 7, got in there, along with Max McIntyre, who leads the team in tackles this year, number 8, and there is almost an interception in the end zone for Greenhope.
Watch McIntyre, just the middle linebacker, kind of playing that center field position, then Grant coming over at the last minute. Good job bracketing that area of the field, and nowhere to go for Miller. Now this is going to be interesting here. 4th and goal, special teams kicking situations. We saw in the warm-ups, these kickers were sliding around.
Well, here is last week's hero for Jordan, Robert Eigenraw, number 33, out of the hole of his quarterback Miller. He won the game in the final seconds last week, and he misses, though. He yanks it left. And no points against the Falcons defense. About a 22-yard field goal attempt drawn left by Eigenraw. And the Greenhope defense bends, doesn't break. So about half of the opening quarter gone by, but a fruitless drive for the Jordan Falcons. Will come back Greenhope on offense for the first time tonight when we return. Friday Night Rivals from Soggy Carry.
Big car crash scene. Ready? Let's do it.
What if instead of crashing the Camry, we didn't?
Didn't crash the Camry.
Why you want to ruin something that looks this good?
Because you're a stunt man and this is an action movie!
Well, if you want action, how about I squeeze into the tight parking spot over there using the 4 camera view? Just do the stunt.
Lease a new reinvented 2018 Camry LE for $199 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
Proudly representing the community for years, Ochsner Permar is now proud to sponsor the Scholar Athlete of the Week for MyRDC's Friday Night Rivals. Every Friday night, Ochsner Permar will shine a light on an exceptional scholar athlete who inspires us all to do the right thing, just as we strive to make wrongs right every day at Ochsner Permar. Plus, at the end of the season, one of these All-Stars will receive a $5,000 scholarship provided by Ochsner Permar. Ochsner Permar, we make wrongs right.
And welcome back to tonight's edition of Friday Night Rivals, presented by Lane & Associates at My Computer Career. Patrick Keenis, Jay Solnhalter up here in a dry broadcast booth. Aaron Summers is down on the sideline. And the first offensive series for Greenhope after a 22-yard field goal was missed by Jordan. And because of the rain conditions, the officials just playing on after the exchange, the missed field goal. So a couple of plays in the books for Greenhope. One was a first down run for another first down, and the next was for no yard. So this is a 2nd and 10 coming up for Greenhope. Handoff in the backfield, and there's that very stout defensive line for the Jordan Falcons. Jonathan Cradle, number 8, along with Isaiah Hargan, number 43, right in there on the stick. Brings up 3rd and long.
Now, this defensive line is big, but they're also good at shooting gaps, and right there, nowhere to run for Greenhope. It was all because of the recognition and then attacking, getting in the backfield.
Now, there are a lot of interchangeable pieces in the backfield for the Falcons. Joshua Hellam, their top running back, almost 400 yards. We'll see Jet Eller in the backfield. We'll also see Michael Odette. And they've all combined for 12 touchdown runs this year. 3rd and 11. And this is Willie Taylor across the middle. Fingertip grab is made by Grant down the sideline. Lost the ball as he went out of bounds and took out one of the members on the sideline as well, a camera operator there. But making the catch, Justin Grant on a 3rd and 11. Big play for Greenhope.
David Green was talking about Grant's ability in the passing game. A great route, then just the ability to focus on the ball, and then his explosiveness, catching that ball, running for extra yards. Dangerous down there, though, on the sideline with the weather.
So a Blue Cross Blue Shield first down for Greenhope, all the way down to the 30-yard line. Inside handoff, a little bit of trouble there, but taken down for a loss. Jet Eller in the backfield as Akeem Brooks, senior defensive end, number 54, got in for the stick.
Zone read, it's so important for the quarterback and running backs to be in cohesion on that play, because there's so many times where you hold the ball and you ride it with the running back and then pull it out, or you just give it and hand it off. So those guys have to be in communication, have that cohesiveness on that zone replay.
Now, Willie Taylor, one of the captains on this Greenhope squad. Quarterback works out of the pistol on 2nd and 4. Handoff through the middle, trying to sneak through, close to first down yardage before being driven back. Might be a yard short and should bring up third down. Jet Eller again. Willie Taylor's thrown for about 960 yards this year, but then contrast that with what Ben Miller has brought to the table, over 2,200 yards. Gives you an idea of the offensive concepts for Green Hope. Third and short. And with a second effort, that'll be good enough for a first down over the right side.
You know, once you get down to third and short, it's almost 4-down territory with the field conditions, the kicking situation. You know, Jordan went for the field goal there. I think it's important for both coaches to maybe take some chances earlier in the game with special teams to see how they react and see how the field holds up, so they can kind of decide later on in this ball game if they have to go for two, if they have to kick a field goal, or how they're going to approach their game plan.
So inside the Wake 86 green zone for the first time, Green Hope help keep Wake County litter-free. 86er trash. First down from the 19-yard line for the Green Hope Falcons. And another running play, breaking off of one tackle and now stringing out a couple of defenders to about the 15-yard line. Jet Eller one more time for Green Hope. Now Green Hope, as we begin to break down how they approach getting inside the green zone over the course of this year, they've only attempted an extra point twice all year. This is week 9 for Green Hope. So it's 4-down territory almost everywhere on the field, and it's also 2-point conversion time about every time that they score.
They're aggressive. You know, they want to go for it, and they want to go for 2. And you know, here in 2nd and 5, like you said, really in their playbook, they got 3 more downs to get these 5 yards.
And one more time, Eller breaks through up the middle. Nobody will touch him. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Hope. Jet Eller, 4th of the season from 15 yards out. And the Green Hope Falcons trying to get a 4-0 in the Tri-6. Strike first.
Good blocking up front. Great job by Eller, kind of waiting till the last minute, making that cut from the right to left. And then his vision, just staying patient as he waited for his blocks to develop. And huge to get on the board early here. Get your confidence up, get the momentum up with these field conditions of the weather getting worse. Emotion's going to be so important in this game, and Green Hope striking first. It's huge.
And they will attempt the extra point. 2:54 to go in the opening quarter. Alex Pennell, senior place kicker, will send it on its way, and you see how tough it's going to be for the placement and the kicks tonight. Extra point is missed, and Green Hope settles for the opening 6 on a 15-yard touchdown run by Jet Eller. 6-0 Green Hope on top of Jordan late first quarter.
Mike here from Leith Auto Park Honda in Cary, and during the Certified Dream Deal sales event, we have amazing pricing on award-winning Accord, Civic, and CR-V models. We don't play any games or gimmicks because we don't have to. Our amazing staff and our tremendous selection keeps our customers happy, and our Leith Peace of Mind pricing keeps them coming back. You'll also get Auto Park for life. That's oil changes, loaner cars, and more, all at no cost to you. So hurry in to Leith Auto Park Honda for clearance pricing before time runs out. It's easier here.
I'm at Saltwater Seafood, best seafood place in town. I'm telling you, the best service. The people here are excellent. They treat you like family, and they got the best fresh fish, and it's so good. And not only can you buy fresh fish, you get it fried in the shack. They fried it seasoned to a T. I come in here all the time. I don't ever go nowhere else but here. I'm telling you, best place in Raleigh. You hear me? You better come on down and get you some fish. I love it.
Come see us!
15-yard touchdown run by that man, Jet Eller, the junior for Green Hope. 6-0 lead, 2:54 to go in a swiftly paced opening quarter. And time for the Lane & Associates kickoff. Brought to you by Lane & Associates Family Dentistry. We love to make you smile. Both teams unbeaten in the Tri-6 coming in. Green Hope at 3-0 in conference play. Jordan at 2-0. And this game will go a long way to deciding the conference champ. And on a couple of bounces, kickoff picked up around the 15-yard line. Swinging to the outside, Andrew Hayes knifing through. He's over the 40 and out to the 42-yard line. Excellent return for Andrew Hayes, and very good field position for the second time for the Jordan Falcons. We'll take a look at the scoring summary on that touchdown drive by Green Hope, brought to you by Saltwater Seafood. Saltwater Seafood Market in Fry Shack. Fresh seafood daily. And Jay, 96 yards, 9 plays. and it took only 3.5 minutes.
And good balance by Green Hope. Taylor to Grant was a big explosive play through the air, but then Eller really brought that bounce to the running game. He's a quick back, but also a good job setting up his blocks, and it's going to be so important tonight for both teams to have that balance.
Rain still pounding the field, 48 degrees. Ben Miller, again, a conservative call here, looking down the field, but he'll take it to about midfield. We've seen him do that 3 times already. You know, there's a lot of trust you need to have with a dry football and a confident grip, and you don't want to make a mistake over the middle of the field.
And usually the offense is at a disadvantage with these weather conditions, but right now the offense is doing a nice job moving the ball, and these defenses, I think it's just so tough to keep their footing, stay in their gaps and make tackles. And right now the quarterbacks especially are doing a good job recognizing when there's somebody open, and if not, they're taking off.
Craig Kroom in the slot, fumble on the exchange, picked up by Miller and then tackled forward, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It was 2nd and short, so that's not a fatal blow to this drive. It brings up a 3rd down for Jordan. You see that snap from Gregory Rigsby, number 72, never got off that soggy turf.
Yeah, and right there, Miller just jumping on a good job, recognizing, hey, can't get any yards on this. Let's play to live for another down.
All right, so 3rd down coming right at inside midfield at the 49-yard line of Green Hope. 4 receivers across the field. Miller on a delay. Hayes sprints left, has the 1st down, driven back, but that's just enough. And that will move the chains and be a Blue Cross Blue Shield 1st down for Jordan.
And the Green Hope defense respecting the pass. They're 3rd and short. They're still playing with 2 safeties back, kind of playing deeper than normally you would think. But that's because they think Miller can throw the ball down the field even in these weather conditions. So they didn't load the box there. And there, Jordan recognizing the coverage, going ahead with the running play to pick up the 1st down.
Well, the My Computer Career starting lineup for Jordan will feature their skill players. Ben Miller, their quarterback. Andrew Hayes will be the featured tailback. And then we'll see Devon Adams, Andrew Hayes, Craig Kroom, James Jeanette, Caleb Hall, and even a little bit of C.J. Robinson and Joaquin Davis, the receiving core. Here's a toss down the left sideline. Beautiful throw by Miller, brought in by Adams right on the sideline. That's a tough throw to make in dry conditions, but a perfect back shoulder throw through rainy conditions by Ben Miller.
Yeah, the little pump fake, and then Adams, it was a double move. He stopped and started again, kept his footing. Great job focusing on the football. I'm so impressed. These quarterbacks, wide receivers, the ability they have to focus with the rain pouring down.
There are 5 different receivers on this Jordan team with more than 20 receptions this year. A little option play here for Miller. Tosses it back looking for Kroom as he was being tackled. The ball's loose. It's picked up by Green Hope, and then a stumble and a fall by Max McIntyre, or else he was going the distance. But it's a turnover by Jordan on the option. And the Green Hope Falcons already leading by 6. Have possession inside Jordan territory.
This is the first mistake of the ball game. Now, not really a mistake. It's hard to field an option play. I would not run the option with these weather conditions. And then McIntyre, great job being around the football, then taking off, tripped up a little bit. You can see him. He slid about 7 yards there. Not with a lot of momentum, too. This field is getting torn up right now, but a great job with the turnover by Green Hope.
So this possession of the sudden change begins inside the Jordan 40-yard line. And an inside handoff, Jet Eller wrapped up in the backfield. This is where the Jordan defense needs to make a stand here. It's very difficult to get back on the field, especially this field tonight under these circumstances. Down a score after a botched option like that, but we'll see how the Jordan defense stands up. Isaiah Hart, number 43, has already made a couple of big plays for Jordan in this opening quarter.
The last thing you want to do is get behind and become one-dimensional. You've got to keep this ball game even on both sides so you can keep the semblance of an offense with balance, because if you get behind, then it's just going to play into these weather conditions for the defense, especially the secondary.
A look at Willie Taylor. Out of the pistol formation, 2nd and a long 12. Eller again off the right side. It's inside the 40, maybe back to the original line of scrimmage as a late penalty marker comes in. And this looks like it's going against the Jordan Falcons. Hakeem Brooks is getting a tongue lashing from one of his teammates. And this may buoy this Green Hope drive as you get a look at David Green, 2nd-year head coach of the Green Hope Falcons. And it is a personal foul against the Jordan Falcons.
We'll see right here, right up the middle. And then Brooks holding him here. Now the whistle's blown right here. And then this is where they're going to get it for that shove right at the end. You're always taught to play till the whistle, but as soon as it blows, you've got to stop. And there, Brooks just going a little bit too long, right in front of the official. Easy call.
Yeah, Eddie Pendergrass, our referee tonight, he's seen thousands of high school football games across this state, made the easy call right in front of him. So that will advance this one all the way to the 24-yard line. Automatic first down for Green Hope. Could be the last play of the opening quarter as Eller again tries the middle of that line. Nothing there. And the first quarter clock will wind down. But Jet Eller, a 15-yard touchdown run, and then an ensuing turnover, the only one we've seen so far by Jordan. Green Hope back in business, up by 6. We're at the end of one in Cary.
In Miami, the cops are tough.
The next step you take will be in the morgue.
And the nightlife is killer.
He wanted her to suffer. Let's make sure he does. I've got to go.
CSI Miami. Tonight at 10 on MyRDC 28.
America's most captivating true crime stories are on 5 times a week. Dateline.
Tonight at 11 on MyRDC 28.
Your vehicle search ends here. Hendrick Chevrolet in Cary has North Carolina's largest selection of new Chevys, plus up to $15,000 off MSRP. Find new roads at HendrickChevrolet.com. That's the power of Hendrick.
Plastic bottles in North Carolina are creating jobs in our communities. They are separated, sorted, and packaged by your neighbors. Bottles are ground into small pieces called flake by your friends. The flake is clean and melted into pellets, then transformed into socks, your favorite shirt, the carpeting in your car, as well as other bottles. When you recycle plastic bottles here in the Carolinas, you're providing employment for an estimated 3,500 people. When you recycle your plastic bottles, you're making a positive impact on your community. Your bottle means jobs.
Now through Monday, $12 a month interest-free. That's your low monthly payment at Rooms To Go for everything you're about to see. Over 100 perfect picks, just $12 a month for a sofa and love seat set, sectionals, sleeper sofas, a dual reclining sofa, $12 a month for 5-piece dining sets, 5-piece bedrooms, accent cabinets, consoles, a complete queen bed with mattress, just $5.99 or $12 a month for 50 months interest-free. Now through Monday at Rooms To Go.
Your vehicle search ends here. Hendrick Chevrolet in Cary has North Carolina's largest selection of new Chevys, plus up to $15,000 off MSRP. Find new roads at HendrickChevrolet.com. That's the power of Hendrick.
Back in Cary, North Carolina, and believe it or not, those raindrops you're watching pool on this football field, remnants of Hurricane Willa, which made landfall on the western side of Mexico a few days ago. It's now morphed with another storm system, which has led to all kinds of rain throughout the triangle today. And we begin the second quarter. Green Hope in possession with a 6-0 lead. And this is second down and long. Spinning away from one is the quarterback, Willie Taylor, avoided a big hit and created something out of nothing, a gain of 6, and brings up third and manageable from inside the green zone for Green Hope.
Well, let's watch the spin move here. Now, Taylor, he's rushed for 252 yards coming into this ballgame. Right there, nice little move. Both these quarterbacks, just the feel in the pocket, knowing when to get out and run. That's advanced level, good pickup.
Call it a gain of 6 for Willie Taylor. And Green Hope back inside the green zone, the Wake 86 green zone for the second time of the game. Brought to you by Wake County 86 Wake County litter free and 86 your trash. 3rd and 5. Pass left side, again off of the wet fingertips. This time looking for Tavares Van, number 1. Pass thrown a little bit behind him, but again, the conditions to throw tonight, less than optimal.
Yeah, and Van, the big play wide receiver, that's tough to come back without gloves with the rain coming down. You know, but this 4th down coming up, you got to go for it. It's 4-down territory here.
Well, we saw a missed field goal by Jordan at this end of the field on their first possession of the first quarter. And no dice and a field goal here. This is 4th and 5 from the 19-yard line. And Willie Taylor with some options. 3 receivers to the right. He's looking over the middle. He looks for Van, and again, it's off his fingertips and poked incomplete. And But no flags down, and they will turn it over on downs to Jordan. And that's a defensive stand that the Jordan Falcons desperately needed.
Well, Van frustrated here now. Jordan brought the blitz off the right side. Taylor plenty of time to throw a little bit high, but that's a catch Van normally makes when it's dry. But here, so tough tonight, Patrick. We saw in warm-ups, it was impossible to catch these balls with the rain driving down.
Well, that's twice in a row they looked for Van in the matchup against Tylen Broughton. A reminder coming up, the Hendrick Chevrolet halftime report. We'll have this week's Oxnard-Paramar Scholar athletes participating in school interviews with the principals, highlights from across the country, and more. Find new roads today at hendrickchevrolet.com. That's all coming up not too far in the distance future. It's been a very quick opening quarter plus. And just as I bring that up, Eddie Pendergrass, the referee, will have a sideline warning going against Green Hope. David Green, second-year head coach for Green Hope, came here in January of 2017. But boy, a lot of great head coaching experience at Leesville, at Enlow, also a head coach at Williams High School in Burlington. And I'm sure he has to be pleasantly surprised and pleased at the turnaround that we've seen from the Enlow Eagles here in 2018. Undefeated. Their game rained out tonight. It'll be moved to Monday in that big matchup against Leesville. First down carry out to about the 25-yard line for Andrew Hayes.
David Green's been undefeated in conference play the past 2 years, so that streak's still going for Green Hope, but just his ability to come in and bring in his schemes, what he wants to teach, and for his team to believe in that and show the success they have had. I know he's got to be very proud. Now, this season, they've done a lot of good things, but this last stretch is really going to be the big key determinant on how this season goes.
But nothing in the backfield thanks to Jalen Corporeau, number 21 of Green Hope, wrapping up Hayes around the waist. And a loss of about 3 yards there. They'll bring up third and long.
On the blitz coming off the edge, just nowhere to go. A great job shooting the gap and going in and making the tackle. Now third and long situation coming up. This is the last thing you want to do if you're an offensive player for Jordan. Now Miller, we've seen him being really good getting out of the pocket. Green Hope's defensive line, when they bring their pass rush, they've got to keep him in the pocket. They cannot allow him to get to the outside.
Long 6 yards to go on third down. Miller looking left the whole way, cutting in front of that pass, and it's incomplete. Out of the hands of Caleb Hall. It looked like he was almost targeting Jeanette deeper on that sideline, but then came Hall sprinting across in the underneath route.
Yeah, not a lot of spacing here by the wide receivers. Hall coming through here, perfectly thrown pass, just something you're going to get with the water tonight. You've got to live through that. That's a great throw, but it's tough to catch it. I mean, when you've got these field conditions with the rain, it's hard enough to see the ball, let alone catch it, battling the conditions.
Well, we don't expect to see many punts tonight, but a punting situation here for the Jordan Falcons deep in their own territory. This is their quarterback, Ben Miller, and he gets it off, and it's a pretty good kick. We'll see what kind of bounce he gets. It is a favorable Falcon roll that will roll to a stop in a puddle at the 42-yard line. So 9:03 left in the first half. Green Hope with a 6-0 lead on Jordan. And Green Hope football when we return. Homecoming at Green Hope High School in an early lead. The leaders of the Tri-6.
Mike here from Leith Auto Park Honda in Cary, and during the Certified Dream Deal sales event, we have amazing pricing on award-winning Accord, Civic, and CR-V models. We don't play any games or gimmicks because we don't have to. Our amazing staff and our tremendous selection keeps our customers happy, and our Leith Peace of Mind pricing keeps them coming back. You'll also get Auto Park for life. That's oil changes, loaner cars, and more, all at no cost to you. So hurry in to Leith Auto Park Honda for clearance pricing before time runs out. It's easier here.
Saltwater Seafood has the freshest seafood in town and the best customer service.
Saltwater has the freshest seafood in town and the best staff.
Saltwater gets their fish fresh every morning.
Hey, Dante.
Check out the catch of the day at saltwaterseafoodnc.com and join our mailing list for weekly specials. Our fresh fish come daily from the North Carolina coast, and we're open every day but Monday.
I love their fresh fish right here at Saltwater.
Battle of the Falcons on this homecoming night from Green Hope High School. Jordan 2-0 in the Tri-6. Green Hope at 3-0 in the Tri-6. 6-0 lead for Green Hope. Jane, how has the weather impacted the first quarter plus tonight?
Well, the wide receivers. I mean, we've already seen a couple drops here. Very tough to catch the ball, and then it's going to impact the kicking game also. Green Hope not known for going for field goals or even extra points, but Jordan, they're missing their first field goal. So it's only getting worse, too. These puddles we're showing, they're growing throughout the ball game. So it's going to be tough for these guys. Now, I'll tell you what, though, on the defensive side, not a lot of missed tackles. I've been impressed by the ability of the defenders to get to the football.
Jordan in the white and red, Green Hope in the green and white. And a first down, a handoff. A little slow in the backfield, maybe for a half yard or so. Justin Grant, number 7, the ball carrier for the Falcons. Well, you got here a bit earlier than I did tonight, and you actually saw some of the staff members and the administrators wiping off some pooling water at about 5 o'clock today. Yeah. By the time I arrived about 40 minutes later, those same puddles of water had reformed.
Monsoon.
So they did their best to get this field in a somewhat playable condition. 2nd and 9. Extra pressure coming, a handoff, Grant breaking through, swings outside. This is trouble now. Grant down the sideline, stopping through puddles, and a shoestring tackle back at the 15-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle by James Jeanette, number 14, but huge yardage by Justin Grant.
Jordan brought the blitz here, 6 guys along the defensive line, but then Grant, he broke through that first wave, and then his speed with that cut to the outside, it's so tough for these defenders to catch up to him.
And back inside the Wake 86 at Green Zone. Help keep Wake County litter free and 86-yard trash. Justin Grant rips off the biggest run of the night. He goes for 42 yards, and now they hand it back off to Jet Eller on first down. And Eller taken down for minimal yardage.
Isaiah Hargett, Hakeem Brooks, they've been living in the backfield tonight. Both of those guys getting good penetration, staying low, getting off the snap count quick to get in the backfield.
Green Hope, only one more conference game left. That is next week against Panther Creek, and they are winless in the Tri-6. So if they win this game tonight and then simply beat Panther Creek next week, they win back-to-back Tri-6 championships. Eller on the carry. And thrown back down around the 11-yard line. Tackled by Jonathan Cradle, number 8. Brings up 3rd down now for Green Hope. And in this part of the field, 4-down territory, you firmly believe, for the Green Hope Falcons.
Yeah, and here I would really, even though it's 3rd and 6, run the ball twice. You got 2 downs to pick up 6 yards. Right there, putting Max McIntyre in the ball game as the tight end, pulled with Brogan Turner there. I would load it up with your heavy formation and run the ball here and force Jordan to stop you.
Jet Eller, low on running back, pistol formation. Willie Taylor, senior captain quarterback, on 3rd and about 8. He's looking to throw. Flushed left, being chased, marker down, and finally thrown out of bounds, and lost his balance a bit. No penalty marker at the back end of that play. Now with these weather conditions, it'll be 4th down, pending the outcome of that flag we saw.
Should be a hold.
Look at David Green, replaced Kwame Dixon, who left to become the offensive coordinator at Sanderson prior to the 2017 season, when he came in with some exceptional talent leading into his first season last year. They won 10 games last year. They had Bryce Watson, already one of the top receivers in the Tri-6. And then also Jordan Adams transferred into this program. He was a 5-star football player and baseball player commit to go play at North Carolina. However, 17th overall pick in the Major League Baseball amateur draft, took the $4.1 million and signed with the LA Angels. So they've had to retool here as far as their offensive weapons go, and a pass after that penalty marked off, incomplete. Looking for Andre Messier, number 3. Will pull double duty and be the ball boy as well. Brings up 4th down.
James Jeanette, number 14, the safety here, also plays wide receiver. We'll see him come in right at the last minute here. Good job hitting with his shoulder, but also just enough of a fear there with the big hit to dislodge that ball. And that's what you want to do as a safety. Just read the quarterback eyes and then be aggressive and make your cut towards the ball.
Well, this 4th down, need to reach the 4-yard line to keep this drive alive. And now looking to throw, Willie Taylor. Nowhere up the middle. How about left? Buying some time. Gets a block. Eludes one. Now he has to run. And back toward the middle, and the Jordan Falcons defense does not buy any of the decoys. They hold their position, and they force the turnover on downs.
You got to feel for these linemen. It's so tough to block these guys with the puddles down here. Look at the Green Hope offensive line and the defensive line just kind of sliding around there. A huge block by Eller right there. Then Taylor getting what he could. And this rain, I'll tell you, it's been a huge impact, but it's picked up. It is so strong right now.
All right, a reminder, during the fourth quarter of tonight's game, we'll be selecting the Miller Mott College play of the game. Miller Mott, changing futures, changing lives. Kick off your new career with Miller Mott. That's coming up later on tonight in the fourth quarter. 6:22 left first half. It's 6-0 Green Hope. Jordan back on offense, and Ben Miller, what looked to be a design quarterback keeper, and finally tossed down for a loss back outside the 20-yard line. For the Falcons, we've seen them twice for Anthony Barbour's squad on this Friday night rivals at Hillside a couple of weeks ago, and again tonight. I mean, this is a high-powered, throw-first-minded offense, and they've had some terrible field conditions in the two games we've seen. It does wreck their rhythm and kind of knock them a bit off stride.
Yeah, and that's the tough part. When you've got a throwing team, weather conditions can impact you. Now, tonight, with the rain coming down, it's going to be hard to throw the ball deep. If I'm Jordan, I'm throwing the ball quickly, trying to get rid of it so there's no pass rush, and then allow your receivers to get yards after the catch.
Right, Miller, after a loss of 2, scrapes off one would-be tackle, still on his feet, and finally swarmed under him. Back at the line of scrimmage. Brings up third down, back behind the chains for the Jordan Falcons, trailing by 6.
In Jordan right now, I know it's second and long there. Now it's going to be third and long, but still, you've got to throw the ball quickly and get it out so it's a high percentage pass situation, slant out route, so you can get the ball out so it's easy for the wide receivers to make the catch, and then you force the Green Hope defense to try to bring you down, and it's hard with them sliding around, but if you're going for deep passing plays, it's tough to complete it.
Well, the short routes are what we saw their first possession of the game. They had success. They marched down the field, missed a short field goal. But they seem to have almost kind of moved away from that philosophy. They'll move the pocket here on 3rd and 12. Miller, tough to make a throw against the grain, directs his receiver down the sideline, finds his man outside the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Caleb Hall did a nice job kind of finding an open gap on that sideline, and a very patient Ben Miller looked for him, and on a 3rd and 12, they get about 13 yards and pick up the first down.
This is a heck of a throw, improvising Miller, and then it's the ability to sit in the zone. Good job by Hall presenting himself right there at the last minute, hugging against the sideline. This offense finally getting a little bit of confidence.
Yeah, that's a tough little throw for that Blue Cross Blue Shield first down against the body. Pressure coming from the blind side, and then having to hit almost a moving target in a very small space, small window. Flags are down on first down. And a false start against Jordan.
And as a defensive player, we'll see her with the false start. Just a little bit too early. And sometimes when you're run blocking, you want to get off the ball quickly, set your block up. But sometimes that aggressiveness will go against you if you're an offensive lineman.
Well, the Jordan Falcons 2-0. Overall, they're 3-5. They lost 5 of their first 6 games of the year, but they played some very tough competition earlier in the season. They had a game with Riverside postponed last week, and so they will make that up coming up on November the 9th. So they still have a couple of more conference games left. They have Cary next week and then Riverside. Last year knocked out in the first round of the playoffs. Ben Miller in his final season loads it up, throws into a lot of traffic and a bit underthrown, looking for Caleb Hall, but a penalty marker does come in late. And this looks to be going against the secondary of Green Hope.
That was triple coverage. No need for a hold there. It's going to go against Green Hope. Miller, dangerous throw. We'll see him here plenty of time. Only a 3-man rush by Green Hope. See right there, a little push right at the end.
Well, Tristan Roundtree, number 10. And really the reason he made contact right there with Caleb Hall was because the ball was underthrown in these conditions. But he had his back to the pass coming. Didn't know he was going to be running right into the chest of Caleb Hall. And a tough penalty right there on Green Hope. Anthony Barber, former NC State star running back, his third year at the helm of Jordan. 4-receiver formation again. This is a first down play at the 42-yard line. 3:48 left, first half. Jeanette hangs on. Short gain. But those are the short pass plays that we saw in that opening drive that were effective for Jordan.
And that's a tough catch. I mean, knowing you're going to get hit and then just kind of leaning back, getting the football, catching it with your hands. But you're right, though. They're Miller, assertive, 3-step drop, getting rid of the football. Not a lot of room for yards after the catch, but again, we've seen on some of those slants, they've been able to catch it and then get extra yards.
Well, Jeanette 3 times tonight has shown very good fingers on those catches. And this one squirts out of the hands down the right sideline, and was the catch made in bounds? And yes, it is. Davis making the catch. Joaquin Davis, the junior wide receiver, who's not one of their main targets, but has an excellent pass and a great catch on that sideline.
Yeah, big play wide receiver, though. He's averaging over 15 yards per catch. And Patrick, before the game, if you would have said, hey, are these guys going to be able to throw the ball? Are they going to be able to hold on to it? I would have said, no, doubtful. But I've been impressed with the quarterbacks and wide receivers, the ability they've had. I mean, this rain is driving down. The footballs are wet now. It's not like there's unlimited footballs that they can rotate in and out. These balls, they've only got about a set of 10. So these balls are wet right now. These guys are still able to focus on it and catch it.
Inside the 32-yard line, penalty marker tossed down before the snap. And a sideline warning on Jordan this time. So both teams have had that one sideline warning. David Green Hope Falcons playing with a 6-0 lead. We've seen some pretty good touch on the throws by Ben Miller with the rain coming down on his fingers. He'll swing it out quickly out of the backfield. Hayes down the sideline and spun over the marker inside the 30-yard line. Short pickup. And second down for Jordan as they look for the first lead tonight.
Now second down coming up, but Patrick again, with where they're at on the field, this is 4-down territory. So you got 3 more down, second, third, and fourth down to get 8 yards. And Jordan, they've been throwing the ball more. We've been talking about short passing plays, but they need to get back to some balance here in running the football.
And we get a false start against the Jordan Falcons. So penalty on the Falcons. David Green and the Green Hope Falcons up by 6. First quarter touchdown run by Jet Eller from 15 yards out. Well, the officials doing what they can to keep the pace of this game going, exchanging dry football for wet football. You see Ben Miller in the area to keep his throwing hand nice and dried. Out of the gun, pressure coming off the edge. He'll throw it toward the near corner of the end zone. Underthrown a bit, reception made, and Joaquin Davis with his second reception in this drive, and he's inside the 5-yard line.
Joaquin Davis with that big frame. Look at his arms there. Great wingspan. We'll see him here. Miller lofting the ball up where his guy could use his height advantage. Davis coming back to the ball. And good job kind of using his body there to cradle it in, and almost that ball came out.
He looked like he wanted to lateral that ball to Caleb Hall, didn't he?
And he did, and I think he realized he was in front of him.
Right.
They were smart just to get down with the ball, though.
Back inside the Wake 86 at Green Zone. Help keep Wake County litter free. 86 your trash. Jordan down 6-0. They're inside the Green Hope 5 for the second time tonight. Swing out pass, Andrew Hayes. One man misses and slides his way in his chest into the end zone. Touchdown, Jordan. A 5-yard reception by Andrew Hayes. And the Jordan Falcons have tied Green Hope 6-6 late in the first half.
And Hayes so good running the football, but here getting out of the backfield, a little swing route, and then 2 Green Hope defenders there, jumped to the right, and then just slid in. That's such a huge weapon to have a running back that you trust. Kind of like an outlet valve. You can look down the middle of the field, nobody open, then throw it to your swing running back, Hayes, catching it and going in. That was a huge conversion. And a
Leith Auto Park a touchdown for the Jordan Falcons. And now a critical extra point for the lead. Eigenraw missed a field goal in the first quarter. This one to put Jordan on top. and it's blocked. And we stay tied 6-all. The kick looked like it never got off the ground, and Igonerod, tough night in the office so far. We'll see if the snap was clean. It was a little bit high, disrupted the timing, and then the easy block by Green Hope's Tyree Pritchett came sailing through and spiked it out of the air. 6-6 with 2:23 to play first half. Jordan has caught Green Hope in the battle for the Tri-6.
Miller Mott understands skills. Miller Mott understands goals. Our career-focused medical clinical assistant training makes it easier for you to reach your goals. Kick off your new career training today at Miller Mott College in Cary.
Proudly representing the community for years, Ochsner Permar is now proud to sponsor the Scholar Athlete of the Week for MyRDC's Friday Night Rivals. Every Friday night, Ochsner Permar will shine a light on an exceptional scholar athlete who inspires us all to do the right thing, just as we strive to make wrongs right every day at Ochsner Permar. Plus, at the end of the season, one of these All-Stars will receive a $5,000 scholarship provided by Ochsner Permar. Ochsner Permar, we make wrongs right.
Miller Mott understands passion. Miller Mott understands flexibility. We have the game plan for you to get the training you need for an exciting career in massage therapy. Kick off your new career education at Miller Mott College in Cary.
Oh, remember those summer days when it was 90 and sunny for days on end? Is it ever going to rain again? Mother Nature's payback.
It seemed like those sunny days were like 2 weeks ago. We went straight from summer to winter.
Well, the Jordan Falcons feeling a lot better about themselves. They've had a mistake-riddled opening half, but a 5-yard touchdown reception by Andrew Hayes from Ben Miller. Extra point blocked, and it's 6-6 in this battle with two undefeated teams, the Tri-6. 2:23 left, first half. Steady rain all day. Began around 9 o'clock this morning as we get ready for Lane & Associates kickoff. Brought to you by Lane & Associates Family Dentistry. We love to make you smile. Homecoming night at Green Hope High. And a waterlogged crowd that has braved the elements to come here tonight. We expected to have mostly a packed house, but the elements have changed things. Kick by the Falcons, very short, lands at the 25-yard line. This is a live ball, and simply sliding on it is Green Hope. And this drive will begin back at the 15-yard line. Good decision by Justin Grant to simply dive bombing on that football. Was a live ball as we take a look at the Saltwater Seafood scoring summary from that game-tying drive for Jordan.
There's Joaquin Davis here. 2 big plays in the pass game. Now Miller very accurate with his throws, going to the big-bodied junior receiver. And then here, Hayes right out of the backfield, easy completion. The couple moves, they're getting in the end zone. And we saw Jordan getting back into this ball game with their emotion, their confidence with that scoring drive.
Here's a look at Willie Taylor, senior captain quarterback, and he will hand off. Justin Grant gets through the line and carries a defender across the 30 to the 32-yard line. So a good first down carry by Grant. Green Hope, all 3 timeouts, and the clock running with 2:14 left in the first half.
Now, this is a big offensive line for Green Hope. Ross, Atieth, Vivona, Turner, Stone, the big guys. I was watching them in the pregame warm-up, and just really they're big, powerful. They've got trust that they can lead a path for their running backs.
First down carry for about 3 yards. Justin Grant one more time. And you see towels being tossed from hands to hands of a number of the Jordan defensive players as they try to get some semblance of a grip here and try to rip through some blocks and get a little pressure in the backfield.
Socks are pretty dirty there.
It could take 3 or 4 showers to get clean after this one. 7 yards to go, second down. Approaching a minute and a half left in the opening half. And Grant's again ripped down to the backfield. That'll be for a loss. And we have said Hakeem Brooks' name a lot tonight, number 54. He has lived in that backfield 4 or 5 times tonight.
He's playing both ways, offensive line and here defensive line. Look at it right there, using his hands to get inside the block and then shedding the tackle there, going against Grant, bringing him down. Well, that's a perfect technique.
And a real tough matchup for the sophomore tackle, Jackson Stone, number 65. And he's matched up one more time against Brooks. Here comes Brooks off that left end on 3rd and 7. Dancing around is Taylor, in trouble. Flag comes in. Taylor takes a peek behind him, now tosses and finds his man Messier past the 40 to about the 42. It would be enough for a first down, but we may see a penalty on Green Hope. And this one's coming back. And usually when a quarterback kind of buys some time there, it's going to be a hold on the offense, and it looks like right in the center of your screen, number 75, that's Alex Ross.
And it's so tough for those offensive linemen to hold their blocks for as long as they're asked to when the quarterbacks are moving around, especially with the wet field. You know, both these quarterbacks are taking their time, moving from left to right, surveying the field. These offensive linemen, they've got a tough task tonight.
And that may now change the approach of Green Hope. 48 seconds left, still the full complement of 3 timeouts. But now you don't want to make a mistake on an exchange, on a fumble, and give Jordan an opportunity to take the lead going into halftime. So the clock is winding, and now back at the 14-yard line. Safe handoff. Grant to the edge, a stiff arm, but still can't get loose. Holding on, Samari Brooks, number 9. And we'll see if Jordan feels ambitious enough to take a timeout and force Green Hope to do something, maybe kick it away.
McIntyre here, number 8, going against Brooks. Now McIntyre, nice job letting go right there. Could have been a hold if he would have kept blocking, but letting go. But then Brooks, he had that left shoulder free, shed the block, and made the tackle.
So a timeout has been taken. It's 4th down. So Jordan will at least force Green Hope to do something productive to get out of jail here late in this first half. A reminder coming up, the Hendrick Chevrolet halftime report. We'll have this week's Oxnard-Pyrmont Scholar athletes, participating school interviews with wet and soggy principals. We'll have highlights from across the country and a whole lot more. Find new roads today at HendrickChevrolet.com. Fast-paced opening half as we expected. Not a lot through the air, especially for the Green Hope Falcons. Jordan has tried to stay as traditional as they can. We've seen some excellent touch passes made by their quarterback, Ben Miller. It's a 6-6 tie. The home of the Green Hope Falcons on homecoming.
Here on 4th down, the snap is going to be huge. If I'm Jordan, I'm not even bringing anybody back to return this. I'm going on the rush here, trying to force pressure on the snapper and the punter to get rid of this ball.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. No need to put back a single safety. You bring in your punt block team. We've seen some low snaps. We've seen some snaps off target. And boy, a lot of pressure right now on that center for Green Hope.
And the punt returner was back about 35, 40 yards, and they're moving up now finally, because even if the ball gets off, the ball's not going to carry that far.
Reese Sutter, number 16, he's the snapper. Nick Vivona, number 77, on to simply get this punt off his foot somewhere as a penalty marker is dropped before the snap, and this will move Green Hope back 5 more yards. Although Green Hope is pointing the other way, this could be a neutral zone infraction on Jordan. That's what it is. But it was 4th and 17, so this still will not present Green Hope with a first down. They'll still have to punt it away somehow if they can.
And Green Hope false started there, but Jordan was already in the neutral zone, so there Green Hope getting a little bit lucky.
All right, well, watch this snap. Is it clean? Yes. Vivona does his job. Depth is irrelevant, but it's a very good kick. It lands at the 40 and then sops through the water and stops at the 31-yard line. And Jordan will have 25 seconds left. And they'll be 69 yards away. They have 2 timeouts, and we'll see how much of a riverboat gambler that Anthony Barber wants to be here with a 6-6 tie.
And that was an amazing play by Vivona. The starting center, ball is a little bit towards his right. He caught it, fielded it cleanly, and then kicked the ball deep, but got great hang time. And that could have been disastrous with the field conditions, with the water on the ball. That was outstanding execution.
Yeah, great job of the center punter exchange. And now we'll see what the Jordan Falcons elect to do. Similar formation what we've seen all night. 4 receivers plus a single tailback. And Ben Miller can make something happen. A couple of timeouts. Sideline pattern. Jeanette simply dropped it. He felt the footsteps of James McNear, number 33, and Justin Grant was also in the neighborhood. And Jeanette unable to handle the pass. Second down, 20 seconds left.
Good coverage by Green Hope. 2 defenders right there on his back if he did catch that ball. That was precisely thrown, though. Great ball, right placement, just a little bit too wet out there on the ball to bring it in.
Well, here, if you're Anthony Barber and Ben Miller, you don't mind making a mistake deep downfield. I'd take your shot here.
I would go to Davis. I mean, he was huge on the last drive with 2 big plays.
Hayes on the inside handoff to the 35, and that might be the white flag raised by the Jordan Falcons toward the end of this first half. And we'll see if Green Hope sits on their 3 timeouts. Clock winding down, and that is going to be the final play of this first half. The 2 unbeatens remaining in the Tri-6, Jordan and Green Hope, through a deluge of day and now night rain on homecoming. 24 minutes in the books, and Jay Sohnhalter, it's a 6-6 stalemate.
Yeah, both of these teams, a lot of good plays. Very tough to execute, but they've had some big plays in the pass game, strong defensive play, but there's been the mistakes, the penalties that we expected with the weather conditions. Now, going into the half, if I'm a coach on both sides, I'm saying, hey, guys, listen, if we protect the football, limit the penalties, we're probably going to win this game.
And what a big one it is, the inside track to the Tri-6 Championship to the winner tonight. Jordan 2-0 in league play, Green Hope at 3-0. And an early 6-0 lead after a quarter by Green Hope, but Jordan ties things up in the final couple of minutes. But both PATs have either been blocked or missed. And we're at halftime, 6-6. Let's go downstairs to Aaron Summers. Aaron?
Coach, you had a defensive stand, a turnover, then that blocked extra point. How is your defense helping you the most right now?
Well, we've had the blocked extra point, and, we got a turnover out there. Like I said, those things were big for us, but we're not playing as well as we need to play defensively. One of the things we knew coming in is we had to contain the quarterback and not let him run free, and we're not doing a very good job of that.
Offensively, with these weather conditions, how important is it for you to establish that run game?
Well, we've got to. We just absolutely have to. We've done a little bit at times, but then, we've had other times where we've just bogged ourselves down, got down there a couple times and didn't get anything out of it. We got to get better in the second half.
All right, go get your eye. Thanks.
All right, thanks a lot, Aaron. Boy, David Green's glasses could use some little mini windshield wipers, couldn't they? We all could. Halftime, 6-6, Jordan and Green Hope. Friday Night Rivals, presented by Lane & Associates.
Sportsmanship, it means a lot of things.
It means showing respect for the opposing team
and being a good host for our visitors.
It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with humility,
losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games.
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official,
Mom,
Dad, Son,
daughter, Coach.
Are we in this together?
Sportsmanship. Together we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Your vehicle search ends here. Hendrick Chevrolet in Cary has North Carolina's largest selection of new Chevys, plus up to $15,000 off MSRP. Find new roads at hendrickchevrolet.com. That's the power of Hendrick.
Did you know an 18-wheeler traveling at 55 miles per hour takes 2 football fields to stop? Imagine the devastation upon crashing into a car. If you're involved in an accident with a big rig, your future may become uncertain. Ongoing medical bills and an inability to work puts you and your family at risk. You need an experienced truck accident attorney that will get you the compensation you deserve. Call us today, Riddle and Brantley, when justice counts.
Born in 1971 in Chicago, Nancy's Pizzeria is bringing the original stuffed pizza to North Carolina. This isn't your ordinary pizza place. This isn't frozen or pre-made. This is true Chicago stuffed pizza. Each stuffed pizza is handcrafted the old-fashioned way, with the freshest ingredients just for you. Takeout, delivery, or dine in, you just have to try Nancy's Pizza. Visit our new location on Creedmoor Road or at nancyspizza.com.
Your vehicle search ends here. Hendrick Chevrolet in Cary has North Carolina's largest selection of new Chevys, plus up to $15,000 off MSRP. Find new roads at HendrickChevrolet.com. That's the power of Hendrick.
Climb to new heights with Launching Pad's Flight Training Wall. Can you and your friends make it to the top? And then take the leap into our foam pit. All this and so much more, all for one price. Only at Launching Pad in Raleigh.
Mike here from Leith Auto Park Honda in Cary, and during the Certified Dream Deal sales event, we have amazing pricing on award-winning Accord, Civic, and CR-V models. We don't play any games or gimmicks because we don't have to. Our amazing staff and our tremendous selection keeps our customers happy, and our Leith Peace of Mind pricing keeps them coming back. You'll also get Auto Park for life. That's oil changes, loaner cars, and more, all at no cost to you. So hurry in to Leith Auto Park Honda for clearance pricing before time runs out. It's easier here.
It doesn't matter how you do it, just 86 it.
Saltwater Seafood has the freshest seafood in town and the best customer service.
Saltwater has the freshest seafood in town and the best staff.
Saltwater gets their fish fresh every morning.
Hey, Dante.
Check out the catch of the day at saltwaterseafoodnc.com and join our mailing list for weekly specials. Our fresh fish come daily from the North Carolina coast, and we're open every day but Monday.
I love their fresh fish right here at Saltwater.
Listen up, Ninja Warriors. You've seen it on TV, and now you can take on the challenge. The Real American Ninja Warrior course at Launching Pad is now open. Need more thrills? Head over to the launch tower for the jump of a lifetime. Only at Launching Pad in Raleigh.
Hendrick Chevrolet halftime show continues from Cary, North Carolina. Jordan and Greenhope, big Tri-6 matchup tonight. All square at intermission. 6-6. Patrick Keenis, Jay Sonhalter up here in the booth. Let's go downstairs on the soggy field, and the third member of our broadcast crew, Aaron Summers. Aaron?
Thanks, Patrick. I'm here with Staff Sergeant Holzizer. Why is a Marine recruiter the best resource if you want to enter the Marines?
Well, there's a lot of misconceptions, a lot of misinformation that's out there, and best way to figure out what you want to do with your future, come sit down with a recruiter. We can actually personalize the information to your goals and your plans to get there, and we can answer any questions or concerns you may have.
So where would one find a Marine recruiter to talk to?
So the easiest way to find us, if you're still in school, you can get our contact information from any of the staff, and you can go on marines.com and hit a link to request information, and a recruiter will get a hold of you within a few days.
What's the best age to start looking into a Marine Corps?
So the age for enlistment is 17 to 28 years old, but you're never too young to look into it. One thing that I can urge is look into it earlier rather than later. All it takes is one little thing to disqualify you from service completely.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Patrick?
All right, thank you very much, Staff Sergeant. Thank you, Aaron. Hendrick Chevrolet halftime show continues. Everybody who's in attendance having a great time tonight. A lot of rain falling and nothing decided yet as far as the Tri-6 Championship. Jordan and Green Hope 6-6 at halftime.
New BC On The Go Stick Packs. Take that same powerful pain relief where it's never been before. Easier to take with you, faster to tear into. Now tough pain relief goes where you do. New BC Powder Stick Packs.
I spent 4 years in the Navy, deployed to Okinawa and Afghanistan. When I got out in 2013, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I wanted something where I can get in, get a talent without taking up 4 years of my life. You know, you can go to My Computer Career, you get the certifications, you get the training, you go get a job. You want to get into IT, My Computer Career is great.
Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu. Hit the Better Life button now for your new beginning as an IT professional.
Here for all the moments that matter. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina, helping families find the right coverage in all 100 counties. Live fearless.
I'm an apple tree kid.
I was an apple tree kid. Now I'm an apple tree parent.
At Apple Tree Daycare, we've kept our commitment as a leading child care provider and learning community since 1990.
Our 5-star facilities provide safe and educational spaces for your child. We keep germs away with Zono sanitation stations, and our degreed teachers deliver Life Cubby daily reports to parents. We offer track in, track out, summer camp, and pre-K classes.
Apple Tree has 4 Southeast Raleigh 5-star locations. Space is limited. Call today.
This is Goody's Classic Pain Relief. Now, watch how Goody's Fast gets faster. Introducing Goody's On The Go Stick Packs. Easier to open, faster to take. Same powerful formula. Yep, we pulled a fast one.
Jordan and Green Hope tied 6-6 at halftime. Homecoming on the campus of Green Hope High School as they battle for the Tri-6 lead with a couple of more regular season games to go. Each week during halftime of our Friday Night Rivals broadcast, my RDC will be showcasing outstanding Thursday night lights and Friday Night Rivals game highlights from all across the country. So here are some of those great highlights from last week's action.
Just underway in the second quarter, and there's SQ inside the 40, and pulls him over at the 30, inside the 20, outside the numbers, inside the 10, 5 goes for the end zone.
Play action in the end zone. Wow, what a catch. Good. That is phenomenal.
DePalma back to pass, comes fresh off the left side, throws it, and it's picked up. And he's got room into corner number territory, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, walk this way, touchdown, Skyhawks.
And here's your kickoff to start this game. Receiver takes it to the 20-yard line, and he has room. He could be gone. Oh, wow. This could be the first score of the night. All the way down the field is Colin Wilson for the first touchdown. No laundry on the field.
Second down, Spann. Spann gets out of one tackle, and Spann's got room. Spann will go.
99.9 yards for the touchdown for Tutu Spann.
Great action from all around the country, and we should have a great second half battle for the Tri-6. Hendrick Chevrolet halftime show continues. Jordan and Green Hope tied 6-6 at intermission.
Looking for a safe, fun, and free place to take your trick-or-treaters? CW22 and My RDC 28 present Halloween Safe Night at the North Carolina Museum of History. It's all happening Halloween night, October 31st from 6 to 9 p.m. Kids ages 12 and under and their parents can walk along the trick-or-treat trail through the Story of North Carolina exhibit, collecting all kinds of candies and treats. Don't miss out. It's all free, and it's a safe night. Log on to RaleighCW.com for more details.
Love is louder.
Love is louder.
Love is louder.
Love is louder than bullying.
Than hate.
Depression. Loneliness. Stress.
Than anger.
Love is louder than
fear.
Anxiety. Insecurity.
Love is louder than discrimination.
Love is louder than abuse.
Love is louder. Love is louder when you take action to help yourself or a friend. If you or someone you know is having a hard time, go to loveislouder.com to find out ways you can get help and feel better.
Lane & Associates Friday Night Rivals, presented by My Computer Career, continues at halftime. Green Hope 6, Jordan 6. Patrick Keenis, Jay Soenhalter back with you. And Jay, let's talk about the first half as we take a look at some of the first half highlights, the action that we saw. Throwing the football, running the football, everything's been a challenge tonight, but we have seen a couple of big plays and a couple of big takedowns.
That was Taylor DeGrant and these quarterbacks accurate through the air so far tonight, and then Eller going in for the touchdown for Green Hope. He was big, especially in that first quarter, and Coach Green talked to Aaron about getting the running game going again here in the second half.
All right, here's a near turn. That was actually the only turnover we've seen in the first half on an option play. And you see how difficult it was for Max McIntyre to keep his footing on this treacherous field. And here's a look at Ben Miller. One of two big hookups with Joaquin Davis, his big wideouts. And a couple of plays later, a 5-yard touchdown reception from Miller to Andrew Hayes out of the backfield. We've seen a pair of touchdowns. We've seen a missed extra point and another one blocked. And that's where we are at halftime, 6-6 between Jordan and Green Hope. And as you look at the first half stats, Jay, anything strikingly stand out?
Well, the thing that stands out to me is the rushing for Green Hope. They were great on the ground. Now, Jordan wasn't. And then when you look at this ball game at the completion, Patrick, whichever team can get more balance, because they're both lopsided with their pass and the rush, whichever team can get a balance there, I think is going to win this ball game. And then Jordan with the one turnover. Honestly, as bad as the field is, with as wet as the ball is, I'm surprised there's not more than one turnovers. Both these teams been very good with protecting the football.
All right, 6-6 our halftime score. Jordan sitting 2-0 in conference play. Green Hope at 3-0. Big second half. It's on the way when we return. 6-6 at the break.
Growing up, I was kind of reserved and quiet, and then when I got on the soccer field, I sort of just left all that behind me. You know, my friends and I, we would laugh and scream and just like have so much fun. And so as I started playing soccer and getting more into it, at school I realized it was easier for me to make friends and connect. Just because that camaraderie I had on the soccer team, I felt like I could do that in real life. Like, why not?
Miller Mott understands motivation. Miller Mott understands goals. Our dental assisting program makes it easier for you to start doing what you love. Kick off your new career education today at Miller Mott College in Raleigh.
Mike here from Leith Auto Park Honda in Cary, and during the Certified Dream Deal sales event, we have amazing pricing on award-winning Accord, Civic, and CR-V models. We don't play any games or gimmicks because we don't have to. Our amazing staff and our tremendous selection keeps our customers happy, and our Leith Peace of Mind pricing keeps them coming back. You'll also get Auto Park for life. That's oil changes, loaner cars, and more, all at no cost to you. So hurry in to Leith Auto Park Honda for clearance pricing before time runs out. It's easier here.
Proudly representing the community for years, Ochsner Permar is now proud to sponsor the Scholar Athlete of the Week for MyRDC's Friday Night Rivals. Every Friday night, Ochsner Permar will shine a light on an exceptional scholar athlete who inspires us all to do the right thing, just as we strive to make wrongs right every day at Ochsner Permar. Plus, at the end of the season, one of these All-Stars will receive a $5,000 scholarship provided by Ochsner Permar. Ochsner Permar, we make wrongs right.
Miller Mott understands support. Miller Mott understands success. Our veterinary technology program gives you the support and education you need to become a veterinary technician. Kick off your new career training today at Miller Mott College in Raleigh.
About to begin the third quarter of a critical Tri-6 matchup. Jordan and Green Hope, the only remaining unbeaten teams in league play, 6-6 as we near the start of the third quarter. And conditions less than favorable tonight. Temperatures in the upper 40s. It's been raining all day, all night, standing water all across this field. It's made it kind of a Pandora's box for extra points, for field goal attempts, and other misadventures as we take a look at some of the issues in that first half.
I think the toughest job out in the field is the snapper, the holder, and the kicker. You can see here a couple missed kicks already in this ball game by both sides. Just so hard to get the footing there. Look at the puddles. And then the snap, the timing, so important on special teams plays. Both teams having troubles in that area, and it's understandable with the rain on the field. Now, Patrick, the second half here, special teams, extra points, field goals, is going to have a huge impact. Yeah. Which team will even attempt one? If they do attempt it, can they make it? And then if they decide, hey, we're not going to go there, if they score a touchdown, go for 2, can you convert? You know, this game's so even. You saw the stats earlier. Yardage very similar. 4 penalties apiece. 1 turnover for Jordan, none for Green Hope. Even though for the most part, it's going to come down special teams in the second half. Who can execute?
Well, you're exactly right. How often is it when you say during a football game, the first team that successfully converts an extra point is probably going to win the game? That could be the case here tonight, though.
It really is. Because it puts not only – will it put you up potentially by 2 points if you score a touchdown, but it puts pressure on the other team.
So it is 6-6, Green Hope and Jordan. Again, we put into proper context about just how important this game is for both sides. Again, with a couple of games either postponed or relocated to later in the season, the North Carolina High School Athletic Association extending the regular season by a week because of the 2 hurricanes that have impacted a number of games in the Triangle all the way east across the state of North Carolina. The regular season would ordinarily end next week with some big rivalry games inside the conference. Not so right now because Green Hope, they wrap up their conference season next week against winless Panther Creek inside the league, but then they have an out-of-conference game to wrap up their regular season on the 9th against Sanderson. Jordan, meanwhile, a couple more conference games left with Cary and Riverside. And then the playoffs will begin the following week, and they move the state championship games back a week, and that was a nightmare situation, too, to get in concert with all the major university schedules and facility availabilities to move everything back. It's not easy to do, to move it back a week when you're talking about NC State and Wake and Duke and the University of North Carolina.
Yeah, coaches, athletic directors, the association, everybody's been busy this year with the weather. I'll tell you, it's every year, it seems like we get a storm, but this year with the rain, the hurricanes, it just seems like weather's had such a huge impact. And these teams, they've had to change their schedules around, even game days around to Thursdays, even Wednesdays, Mondays. And for the players, they've really had to be on their toes as far as preparation goes because sometimes they've had to wait a couple weeks. Sometimes it's been 4 days before games. So, the schedule's been different this year, but we've seen here, as you move into November, hopefully the schedule will get back to a normal pace once the playoffs start.
Yeah, well, for a lot of these high school players, though, they're very pliable. So when it comes to working outside of the normal routine and schedules, which the coaching staff absolutely lives by, I would love to see a number across the state of how many teams in the association have played 2 games within a 4-day span, because it's not a small number based on, again, the 2 hurricanes, all the weather issues. There were even games around the Triangle this afternoon as of 3 o'clock that were going to be played 100%. An hour and a half later, the field is deemed unplayable. So there are a number of teams around the Triangle and out east that are not playing today. They may move the game to tomorrow. They might move it to Monday. And again, you're talking about a longer gap in between games than normal, and then 2 games within a 4 or 5 day span, now leading into the final week of the regular season.
Well, and that plays to the aspect of leadership and then also experience too, because teams that have experienced leadership, that are mature and focused, it doesn't matter if you play on Thursday night, Wednesday night, Monday night. If you're focused, you can play at any time, under any circumstance. But if you're a team that maybe hasn't been in that situation before, or maybe doesn't have the leadership or the focus, that's where you're really going to be behind the 8 ball. So those teams that have those senior leaders and that have disciplined approach, it really plays to their advantage with the schedule being so off this year.
So there's a look at the Jordan Falcons. tested early in the season. And boy, kudos to Anthony Barbour and his entire staff, because they began the year 1-5. And when you're looking at a minimum of either 6 wins or winning your conference, and again, when you have a conference like the Tri-6 with only 6 teams, you practically need to win your conference to advance the postseason. Expectations are high, and they set themselves behind the 8 ball early in the year. But boy, Anthony Barbour has rallied his team. They have not given in, and they have ripped off a couple of big wins. And if they can come on the road and steal this one tonight, they control their own destiny to winning the conference over the next couple of weeks.
Well, and when you start 1-5, I mean, football is a game that's physical and tough, even if you're winning. Practice is tough, and when you're getting off to a slow start like that, things aren't easy, and you get challenged, and the ability to come back, get those wins, and continue to get better, that's a testament to the coaching staff, but the players also keeping their heads in the game and maintaining confidence. And, in this ball game, football is such a huge game of emotion. You see both teams kind of getting warmed up here. But when you can create a big play, or when you can kind of trick your mind, the weather conditions are terrible. I mean, this is freezing outside. These players are cold. They're trying to get jacked up for this ball game. If you can get a couple big plays, the momentum's going to shift towards your sideline. Momentum's huge.
Yeah, one more comment about the weather, as you see, with every step these players are taking on this field, you see the water kind of splash up around those cleats. There was even some early conversations and considerations that maybe tonight's game may be played a day early. Those were some early talks earlier in the week when the forecast looked bleak for a day like today, but they just weren't able to work things out, so we play on this Friday night. But one of these teams, whether it's Jordan or Green Hope, especially when you take the case of Jordan, again, starting the year 1-5, if they win tonight and if they hold serve and win their final couple of conference games, suddenly they're on a 5-game winning streak going straight into the postseason. It doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish. And if you can build that belief and that momentum over the final couple of months, same can be said for Green Hope. They won 4 straight coming in tonight. If they defend here at home under adverse conditions, they have a winless conference team next week in Panther Creek. They wrap up against a 2-7 Sanderson squad as we get our Lane and Associates kickoff to begin this third quarter. And Green Hope will go on offense first. And the kick is handled by Justin Grant, and he takes a heavy shot over the sideline at about the 37-yard line. But they could be sitting on a 7-game winning streak and really helping out their seeding, looking ahead to the playoffs.
And you made a great point. If you can ride that wave, that hot streak, it may never end. I mean, it could take you deep into the playoffs, and both these teams coming into this game, they knew how critical it was. And here, coming out at half 6-6, they played with so much effort tonight, and you know that it means a lot, especially when you're under these conditions. If you're going to play like this, there's nothing better than playing a hard-fought game in terrible weather and coming out with a victory.
We heard from David Green leaving this wet field at the end of the first half. We know his focus was on his front 7, slowing down Ben Miller in the running game of that Jordan offense. And a first down carry, very little there for Joshua Hullum. Haven't heard a whole lot from Hullum, who had a big score in last week's win for Green Hope. But offensively for Green Hope, what's the focus here for the Green Hope Falcons early in this third quarter?
They got to run the ball. They have to find a way to get push up front. And right on that first play, Greg Rigsby said no. The defensive tackle right in the middle of the defense, number 72, shot through the gap. But Coach Green talked about he's got to get his ground game going to help out Taylor.
This is Hullum again. Finds room on the outside and ridden out of bounds by Davis. But first down yardage and into Jordan territory. Hullum had the late game-winning touchdown last week to beat Riverside 13-12. Haven't seen a lot of him in the opening half tonight. It's been more Jet Eller in the backfield, but now Hullum maybe getting a different look and a sizable back who can show his speed to the outside.
And he's a big back, and they're following behind McIntyre, the tight end, coming across the line of scrimmage. Good job waiting for that block to develop and then attacking the hole for a big gain.
Blue Cross Blue Shield first down. Be bold, be confident, live fearless, North Carolina. First down, Green Hope, right through the middle. Hullum one more time, taking would-be tacklers straight ahead with him before he's driven back. They'll give him probably about 8 and forward progress to the 40-yard line.
You look at the defensive line for Jordan on this play. They stood straight up. And so important when you're on the line of scrimmage on both sides. It's about leverage, using your hands, but also staying low. And the Green Hope offensive line got pushed, but they got underneath the pad level of Jordan. On the first play, they shot off. We'll see here which pad level wins along the offensive and defensive line.
All right, digging in across the line. 3-man front. And through the middle, Hullum again just puts his head straight down, driving forward, and takes it to the 33-yard line. That'll be another first down. So, well, there's the early change for Green Hope. They've gone to their junior back, Joshua Hullum, and he's been a big spark.
We'll see him here. Look at the pad level. Green Hope doing a good job getting that push, and then Hullum with his fresh legs coming in, and he's a powerful back. And Green Hope, when you've got depth in the backfield, 4 different guys with over 200 yards, you have different styles. And this weather conditions, you kind of pick which style of back you want to have in the ball game. You want to keep these guys fresh, but Hullum coming in, providing a spark.
We see that really large upper body for Hullum. 4 straight carries for Hullum. No yardage on the first one, and 3 very good carries by Hullum. Do they go back to him again? They do. And Hullum wrapped up off the left side, maybe a couple of yards there. 3 in on the tackle, Josh Donald, number 74. Dylan Joshua, number 50 on the tackle for Jordan.
And Ron Rice, the defensive coordinator, said no more. He loaded the box there. He brought 2 extra defenders in there to stop the run. Nowhere to go for Hullum.
And the defensive play call. Hullum is still in the backfield. A little conversation with his senior quarterback, Willie Taylor, number 5. Out of the pistol. Taylor airs it out toward the end zone, has a man, and just beyond the fingers of Cade Rom. Rom had a step. The ball was pretty well thrown.
And I'll tell you, the offensive line holding up here, just enough time for Taylor to throw it. 8 men in the box. They came with the blitz, one-on-one coverage on the outside, just a little bit too deep. But Jordan right now, they're daring Green Hope to connect in the passing game. They do not want Hullum to get off. They've seen him here on this drive already. Positive yards. They're loading it up and making the Falcons throw the ball through the air.
And this is now 3rd and 9 from right outside the 30-yard line. Taylor, time to throw, 3-man rush. Tucks it. And tried to thread the needle, but couldn't get in between. In on the stop, Dylan Joshua, number 50, one more time. And boy, if it wasn't Dylan Joshua there, that was going to be a really productive scramble for Willie Taylor.
Joshua, they're coming with the tackle, kind of forcing them back inside. Brooks there too, but you're right. Taylor had room to run. The secondary, though, Isaiah Hargett, the linebacker, the secondary as well, playing good in coverage, nowhere to throw the ball. There was a crossing route coming. Taylor was looking towards. Hargett cut it off, and that's what forced him to get out of the pocket.
Well, it's 4th down. 10 yards to go. They will go. Need to reach the 24-yard line. Taylor, 3-man rush again for Jordan. Lots of time. Directing the receivers, throws to the sideline, and a catch is made by Messier. And that's enough for the first down, down to the 18-yard line. Glue on his fingertips, and a big throw by Taylor.
Where was the coverage in the secondary by Jordan? Defensive line, 3-men rush. Everybody else dropping in coverage. Taylor taking his time. Outstanding throw, throwing it over the linebackers. Messier sitting in that open area, coming down with it. Great conversion.
And into the Wake 86 at green zone. Help keep Wake County litter free, and 86 are trash. Down to the 18-yard line, back to Hullum. Trying to sneak through Hullum to about the 16-yard line. Back to that catch made by Messier a moment ago. It's homecoming here at Green Hope. Yeah. They had the homecoming announcement of King and Queen in the Royal Court on the field at halftime. Messier was with his teammates getting ready for the third quarter. It looked like maybe a relative, potentially a brother of Messier, who was out there standing in for him. And I think Andre actually is the homecoming king, announced it after.
He had a picture. He was holding a picture of him. Great honor, but unfortunately he had to be back with his team, but they were supporting him.
Hullum again off the right side. Holding on is James Jeanette, number 14. Down to about the 14-yard line. Yeah, whoever was out there representing Messier
did a good job.
Had Andre's face basically on a popsicle stick. not one of those fat heads, kind of a miniature version of that, and held it over his face as the announcement was made.
He was there. He was in two places at one time.
A+ for creativity, and congratulations to Andre Messier. 3rd down and 4 from the 13-yard line. Hollum, room on the left side, up the middle, toward the goal line. Touchdown! Touchdown, Green Hope! Joshua Hollum takes it in from 13 yards out, and it's 12-6 Green Hope early 3rd quarter.
Hollum, he came in with fresh legs, running so hard. But look at the offense line, McIntyre right here. Number 66, Jackson Stone, and then McIntyre sealing off that edge, and then Hollum doing the rest, dragging defenders in the end zone. But this offensive line, they were challenged at the half by David Green. You can tell they came out with fire underneath them there, getting push up front, and they led the scoring drive.
And a little bit of trouble on the exchange. The extra point is missed to the right. And it's a 12-6 lead for Green Hope, so no conversion there on that extra point. But boy, did that drive belong to Joshua Hollum. 12-6 Green Hope, 7:32 to go, 3rd quarter.
Lovely starshine lights my way to bed. Magic rainbows glisten in my head. Just like a child, I live in Wonderland. All my dreams are coming true.
Because sometimes your mind is on things other than the road. Toyota Safety Sense comes standard. The 2019 Toyota Corolla. Lease a new 2019 Toyota Corolla LE for just $179 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
Saltwater Seafood has the freshest seafood in town and the best customer service.
Saltwater has the freshest seafood in town and the best staff.
Saltwater gets their fish fresh every morning.
Hey, Dante.
Check out the catch of the day at saltwaterseafoodnc.com and join our mailing list for weekly specials. Our fresh fish come daily from the North Carolina coast, and we're open every day but Monday.
I love their fresh fish right here at Saltwater.
A 12-6 lead for Green Hope as we take a look at the Lane and Associates Smile Cam on this wet Friday night. And after that touchdown run by Hollum, even with the rain, it's homecoming. It's easy to smile on a night like this. Green Hope back on top, 12-6. And how about Joshua Hollum? No carries, no time in the backfield at all in the first half for the Green Hope junior. 5 big carries, including that touchdown run on that drive alone. And I would say that that position is his for the balance of the game for the Green Hope Falcons.
Yeah, he came in there, and with his fresh legs, he's already averaging over 5 yards per carry coming into this ball game. He just provided a physical presence in this type of ball game where it's a slugfest. You need a big running back to lean on the defense, and coming in here with no carries, that defense has been out there. They're wet, they're soggy. He came in with an extra power punch from the backfield, the offensive line, of course, helping them out too, and then that's going to create some balance for them in the passing game as well.
Yeah, Lane and Associates kick off into the end zone for a touchback as we take a look at an 11-play, 63-yard drive, our Saltwater Seafood scoring summary. That is the unheralded play of that drive, keeping it alive on 3rd and long. The reception on the sideline by Messier, and here's the finish by Hollum.
That 4th down conversion, you said it. That was huge. Messier hiding behind the defenders. Jordan really doing a good job with their blitz, loading the box, but not able to stop them there on 4th down.
And Taylor purchasing some time as well, as is Ben Miller, his counterpart. And he's chased out of bounds, slides all the way to the inside lane of the track that surrounds this field.
Coach Green talked about keeping Miller in the pocket. He cannot be happy with this defense here, letting him get outside, and then it's just the bathtub down there. The water. I mean, listen, those shoes these guys are wearing, they have to be weighing at least like 3 or 4 pounds right now. Waterlogged, socks wet. It's not fun out there.
Well, this is not like
we're dry.
It's not like big-time college football where they can change jerseys, change pants, change socks, change cleats, change everything at a halftime. Not here, not in Cary. 2nd and 5. Andrew Hayes How did he stop his direction? Keeps on his feet, down the sideline, and there goes Andrew Hayes. Somehow, Hayes will take it all the way in. 75 yards for Andrew Hayes, and the Jordan Falcons have tied Green Hope in a flash.
You have to love the resiliency of Hayes, the want to, the fight, the power. But where's the tackling of Green Hope? This isn't a situation where they lost their footing, just no wrapping up. Where's everybody else flowing to the football? Green Hope's defense there just got a little bit lethargic. They thought there was going to be a tackle, but Hayes, too much speed, too much power, and then the missed tackle enabled a huge run.
Splashing down the sidelines in a treacherous field, 12-12, and now can we get that decisive extra point? It's ugly, but it's good enough, and the Jordan Falcons have the lead 13-12 as Eigenraw wills that one through. And you see,
oh my gosh,
the big gold chain spoils to the victor for Andrew Hayes after that big run.
Where do you buy one of those from? I want one of those. That's awesome. I doubt it's real, but that's a good honor over there.
And that now heads to the top of the list for our potential Miller Mott game-changing play of the game. Later on during the fourth quarter tonight, we'll be selecting that Miller Mott College play of the game. Miller Mott, changing futures, changing lives. Kick off your new career with Miller Mott. And it's watching that Hayes run evolve. It almost looked like the defense for Green Hope figured that there would be no way he could stop and start and make a little cutback with all the pooling water on a field like this on a night like this.
And that's why when the weather's like this, emotion and focus is huge, because whether you're up or down, at some point you're probably going to get tired, you're wet. That's going to get into your mind, but you can't give up. You got to think that this game's 0-0 first quarter, great field conditions. You can't worry about what the weather is. That has to be your mentality. This is a Super Bowl game, because otherwise you're going to have loafs like that, missed tackles, plays that you want back, and that was a huge mistake by the Green Hope defense.
Lane and Associates kickoff, returnable. Braden Bowling stood up outside the 30-yard line. Good coverage by Jordan. Suddenly an infusion of energy for the Jordan Falcons. Demasio Taylor, number 25, on the special teams tackle. 80 yards in 2 plays.
Here it is.
75 on this touchdown, and game reshaping carry by Andrew Hayes.
It was just that one missed tackle, but then the defense has to help each other out there. They've got to stay in their gaps, stay in their lanes. One missed hit there, and then Hayes untouched.
5 minutes gone by, third quarter. Back to Willie Taylor and Green Hope on their homecoming. And it is Hollum remaining in the game. No yardage there on first down. And certainly for the Jordan Falcon defense, he's the targeted man out of that backfield for Green Hope.
Well, if you're Ron Rice, defensive coordinator, you're loading the box here. You're telling your defense, hey, listen, we're stopping Hollum, load the box, stay in your gap, and attack. Let your cornerbacks on the outside play one-on-one in coverage. You're going to have to take some risks here in this ball game, but right now the biggest threat for Green Hope is Hollum out of the backfield.
2nd and 10. Taylor communicating with Cade Rom at the bottom of the screen. Slot man is Grant. And again, Hollum meeting plenty of resistance. And he may not get back to the line of scrimmage there. 2 big stops by the defensive front by Jordan. Brings up 3rd and long for a team that doesn't throw the football very often.
We'll see here this defense, they're attacking. Nowhere to run. They're flowing to the ball, staying in their gaps. You said it now, 3rd and long situation here. The key for the defensive line is to be aggressive, but you have to keep Taylor in the pocket. You can't let him ad-lib, get outside the pocket, and pick up the first down with his legs.
Well, they will throw. Taylor, time to throw. Off the left side and off of the hands of Messier. Incomplete. And it's 4th down for Green Hope, and they have no other option but to punt the football away.
The coverage in the secondary, blanketing the wide receivers. Messier open there, but Isaiah Hargett in coverage. From his linebacker position, I've been impressed with his ability to come up, stop the run, but also go back, kind of redirect the defense, analyze the eyes of Taylor, and then find the crossing man there. Messier coming across on the crossing route. He was right behind him to make the tackle if that ball is caught.
And we saw a big punt by Vivona late in that first half. Low snap. He digs it out and again does his job beautifully. And it's an excellent kick, but it's returnable on a hop. Swinging to the outside, Caleb Hall, and taken down and slides through the puddles. Good open field tackle by Logan Willis. But good field position and the lead for the first time tonight for Jordan. 5:18 left third quarter. Jordan 13, Green Hope 12.
Miller Mott understands skills. Miller Mott understands goals. Our career-focused medical clinical assistant training makes it easier for you to reach your goals. Kick off your new career training today at Miller Mott College in Cary.
Plastic bottles in North Carolina are creating jobs in our communities. They are separated, sorted, and packaged by your neighbors. Bottles are ground into small pieces called flake by your friends. The flake is clean and melted into pellets, then transformed into socks, your favorite shirt, the carpeting in your car, as well as other bottles. When you recycle plastic bottles here in the Carolinas, you're providing employment for an estimated 3,500 people. When you recycle your plastic bottles, you're making a positive impact on your community. Your bottle means jobs.
Miller Mott understands passion. Miller Mott understands flexibility. We have the game plan for you to get the training you need for an exciting career in massage therapy. Kick off your new career education at Miller Mott College in Cary.
The rain unrelenting in the triangle tonight. 13-12, though. Jordan has just taken the lead on Green Hope on a 75-yard touchdown run by Andrew Hayes. And the defense has forced the first 3 and out we've seen on either side tonight. And the Jordan Falcons bounce in their step for Ben Miller, their quarterback. Back in possession, up by 1. And Hayes, the decoy. Miller through the middle, maintaining good balance and into Green Hope territory, traipsing his way down to the 44-yard line.
This defense for Green Hope right now, the past 2 plays just looks like they don't want to tackle. We'll see here. Look at Miller coming through there. 2 missed tackles, 3 missed tackles, and finally going down. But they've got to play with more intensity.
Yeah, a lot of those attempted tackles are above the waist.
Yeah.
A lot of arms. 15 yards on that carry for Miller. And a Blue Cross Blue Shield first down for the suddenly confident Jordan Falcon squad, offense and defense, and heck, even special teams after Eigenrod knocked in the extra point for the lead. Down to the 44-yard line. Jordan trying to get to 3-0, and Green Hope its first conference loss in 3 years. Miller finds the safety valve, and this again is Hayes. We saw his speed a moment ago down the left sideline and takes it down to about the 25-yard line. The mark about the 26. 18 for Andrew Hayes out of the backfield.
He's been so good tonight. The early enrollee, he's actually at NC Central now, going to play football there next year. Those coaches have to be pleased with what they're seeing out of Hayes. You see so many running backs. They're good running the ball, but not really involved in the passing game or pass protection. But Hayes, he can do it all, plus he plays on special teams.
And Hayes now sets up on the left of the quarterback. Boy, look at that screen. The wind blowing the rain left to right into the eye socket of Ben Miller, the quarterback. Looking right, nothing there. On the move, he made a pass like this early in the game, and this one gets through. Jeanette outbattles Grant, takes it out of his hands, and scores a Jordan touchdown. James Jeanette, touchdown reception. Ben Miller again to his left, directing Jeanette down, and Jeanette came back to it, had some size, used it to his advantage, and the Jordan Falcons now have a potentially 8-point lead on Green Hope. It's 19-12.
And the chain comes back out. There's Jeanette sizing up for pictures. That'll be on Instagram later tonight, I'm sure. But I'll tell you, that play right there, Miller rolling across to the opposite side of his throwing arm, redirecting, waiting for Jeanette to look up, and then giving his senior wide receiver a chance on that pass right there, putting it up for grabs, using his long arms, coming down with it, wrestling it away from Grant. And then now they have the momentum. That was a huge drive. Coming out of the half, 2 scoring drives. Jordan has the momentum.
26 yards of the touchdown reception. Miller to Jeanette, extra point good. And Jordan now back-to-back scores to take an 8-point lead, and they're feeling a little froggy here in Cary, like this may be their night to take down the defending conference champs.
And Green Hope here coming out of the half. They're challenged. They scored the touchdown, but here they kind of got knocked down twice. Weather's bad. Can you get back up? Can you get a response here? You need a spark. You need a big play here. You know, it's only 8 points, but again, if you score a touchdown here, 2-point conversion, it's risky here with the weather, so you never know. But they've got to get it going on the ground again. We saw it on the touchdown drive. The offensive line led the way. They need to do that here.
Layden Associates Family Dentistry kickoff again. It is short. It is down the middle. And finally dug up by Gabe Sanchez. And Sanchez will provide pretty good field position for Green Hope at the 41-yard line. 20-12, Jordan leading. And let's go back to the drive summary. Saltwater Seafood provides it. Ben Miller on the ground. We saw a big connection with Andrew Hayes out of the backfield. And that would set up the touchdown reception to James Jeanette. 3 plays, 61 yards, taking only 44 seconds. And the big reception there by Jeanette for the score.
And Miller, he looked over towards his right. Nobody open, then came back towards his left. The senior quarterback really playing well.
Taylor hands off to Hullum. And Cradle will angle him out of bounds. 4:21 left, third quarter. This is a 6-6 game at intermission. Green Hope took an early lead in this third quarter, but 2 quick strike scores by Jordan. 20-12, the Jordan Falcons leading Green Hope. Second and a long 8 for Taylor and Green Hope. Time to throw, 3-man rush again. Underneath, hitting Rahm. And Rahm into Jordan territory down to about the 47-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down, pickup of 12. And a first down for Green Hope.
That's a tough catch. The ball a little bit off towards the right of Rahm's body. And Taylor, plenty of time to throw. Good job just getting the ball out to his wide receivers. Tough to be accurate tonight, but just giving them a chance. And now moving the chains.
Blue Cross Blue Shield first down for Green Hope. Line of scrimmage, the 47-yard line. Taylor targeting down the middle. Oh, nearly intercepted, nearly caught, and then nearly intercepted again. First Jordan defender Isaiah Hargett had the first look at that, but almost deflected it right to Justin Grant. And then the wet football went off of his hands to another defender for Jordan.
It was ricocheted there. Hargett, the linebacker, we've called his name in coverage multiple times tonight. Reading the eyes of Taylor, backing up, and then the ball just bounced around there. Taylor lucky that wasn't an interception.
Well, you see that in a pinball machine, you get a free game. 2nd and 10, low snap. Taylor underneath Van, and that's knocked out of his hands by Joaquin Davis. And now down by 8, we're beginning to see Green Hope kind of open up the playbook a little bit, going a little bit more to the air than probably they would like. But showing a lot of trust in their captain, senior quarterback.
And that ball just, again, another situation where it's just bouncing around. Tough to get your hands on that, and 3rd and long coming up. You know, here's a situation with the field conditions. You've been punting the ball great, but if you can get positive yards here, you may want to think about going forward on 4th down.
Well, 3 down linemen for the Falcons. And Jordan will drop back in his zone coverage on 3rd and 10. This one's thrown over the middle. This spiked out of the air cleanly by the right claw of Marcus Green. Looked like he was on a sand volleyball court. 4th down for Green Hope.
Bump set spike. We'll see it here, just knocking the ball down. He's trying to intercept it, but he just clawed at it. I'm surprised that Green Hope's going for these deep passing plays. Again, with the weather, I would throw it short.
And on 4th and 10, Vivona is on to boot it away. Swirling rains, and we get a flag before the snap. It was a terrible snap, but a timeout taken, I believe, by Jordan.
Vivone, he had to dig out the previous snap So not only does he have to kick it, he's got to be prepared for that ball sliding around. And really, his past 2 punts have been outstanding.
So now we'll see if that changes any kind of strategy for Green Hope. 20-12, Jordan leads by 8. Waning stages of the third quarter, 3:44 to play. Now, certainly that last touchdown that Jordan scored on the connection between Miller and Jeanette hurts. But I don't think Green Hope was thinking field goal to win the game anyway. They knew they would need a touchdown. And with the way that we've seen with special teams and extra points tonight, doubtful they were going to kick an extra point anyway. So they're still in the same situation where they're looking at a touchdown and 2. It won't give them the lead this time, but it will at least draw them even.
Yeah, and even though they've had a couple scoring drives go against them, it's a one-score game right now. I mean, you've got to have that in the back of your mind. Hey, listen, we need to score a couple times anyway, so this isn't something we can't come back from. You know, only 1 turnover, though, tonight, Patrick, which is surprising. But both these teams playing very clean. But as this game continues on, will they be able to protect the football, or is somebody going to have a turnover? That's going to be a huge part of this game, turnovers. You know, and who could potentially make a mistake.
All right, so with the timeout taken by Jordan, Green Hope will still punt it away. This is 4th down. Slightly better snap, and Vivona sends another high arcing punt. It's going to land around the 10-yard line, then stick down at the 3. He could be their MVP tonight. Another excellent kick by Nick Vivona, senior punter. I mean, he's launched some deep ones, and that looked like about an 80-yard lob wedge 2 feet away from the pin.
He's been amazing. I mean, look at this. Again, this is about as bad field conditions as you'll get. Great hang time. Look at this ball just stick right there.
Yeah, I'd say pick it up.
He's over on the side. He had a couple guys give him a high five. They should all be jumping on him. I mean, he's had 3 great special teams plays. You know, again, with the weather it is, it could have been worse.
If that's the Ryder Cup, it's conceded. Take your birdie. We'll move to the next tee box. First down, Jordan, from their own 3-yard line. Clock shows 3:33. We're having some technical difficulties with the game clock on our screen, so we'll keep you abreast. As Ben Miller will hand off, Andrew Hayes looking through the right side, and Hayes carries that one over the 10s. That'll give the Jordan Falcons just a little bit of breathing room.
And Hayes, you know, we've seen him with a couple touchdowns already in this game, but through the air, it's done damage. But now on the ground, you know, he's a smaller back, but he's got a physical style to him. You know, with him and Miller in the backfield, it's tough to defend both of those guys in the running game.
Good first down carry, give him 8. And right back to Hayes. And Hayes trying that left side, nothing there. Now, Andrew Hayes, his younger brother is on this Jordan football team as well, Ashton, who's a freshman. And the last time we had Jordan on our Friday Night Rivals game a few weeks ago against Hillside, we referenced their great-grandfather, George Taliaferro, who was the first African-American quarterback to play in the NFL, but he came through some other professional football leagues as well. He was a star at the University of Indiana on their football side. And in the interim from that Hillside Jordan game to now, his great-grandfather passed away a couple of weeks ago at the age of 91. So they play with heavy hearts, knowing the legacy of their great-grandfather and what he meant to all of college and professional football. And I was actually driving in my car a couple of weeks ago, and NPR here locally in the Triangle had a national feature on Hayes' great-grandfather and all that he went through. There was a book written about it called Breaking Barriers, from the NFL draft to the ivory towers. He wound up being a longtime executive in the business world as well. But NPR did a very long, expansive 5 or 6 minute kind of retrospective of the day after the Hayes great-grandfather passed away. First down coming up for Jordan. 15-yard line. Miller, shoulder fake. Throws high toward the left sideline. Jeanette again tried to come back to it, but into the wind and into the rain. It was knocked down and fell short, incomplete.
It looked like a little bit of confusion from the Green Hope secondary. They came on a blitz here, trying to figure out where the coverage is going to roll over, though. The offensive line, outstanding job picking it up. Then Jeanette tried to dive for it, just not able to get his hands underneath.
Well, that's a matchup that Miller has been trying to exploit tonight with Jeanette going against Justin Grant. Andrew Hayes in the backfield to the right of Ben Miller, 2nd and 10. 20-12, Jordan leading. Hayes in the backfield, thrown back for a big loss. Dalen Langston, number 60, perfectly timing the snap, and a big tackle for a loss.
Langston playing defensive end, going against Brooks right there, left tackle, shedding his man, getting in the backfield. Hayes nowhere to go. It's his own read. Miller handed the ball off. Hayes ran right into the lap of Langston.
That'll bring up 3rd and about 16. Third quarter clock shows 1:10. It's moving. And the line of scrimmage, the 9-yard line for Jordan, leading by 8. How aggressive will Ben Miller and the Falcons be? Design a roll to the right, looks back to the left. He's going to tuck and try and outrun one of the linemen, but can't do it. Gobbling him up is McIntyre, gets a little help, and shoved out of bounds back at the 5-yard line. And the Green Hope defense has delivered exactly what David Green needed.
And the senior linebacker, what awareness here as he came to pressure Miller right here. He could have tried to run through him, but he slowed down just enough, stayed calm, let Miller kind of hesitate, and then attacked. He did not want to take a misstep or get faked out and give up a missed tackle there. Great technique, and then a huge stop. And now Jordan here, dangerous situation, backed up, gonna have to punt it. Excellent opportunity for Green Hope.
Well, there is Bowling, a very dangerous punt returner. And this punt will come out of the end zone. 4 seconds left, and they are going to let this third quarter clock wind down. A pretty wise decision here by the Jordan Falcons, because now what win there is will be at the back of their punter. Will be punting from the back of the end zone. 3 quarters in the books. Friday night rivals for the Tri-6 Conference lead. Jordan with a couple of late touchdowns in the third in front. Jordan 20, Green Hope 12.
The biggest comedy stars.
Which animated character's powers can be taken away by the color yellow?
Frosty the Snowman.
Non-stop laughs.
87% of American women say they have received cat calls.
No wonder my cat's cell phone bill is so high.
With money's at stake and the jokes never end.
Why did Charles Goodyear invent vulcanized rubber?
To prevent vulcanized babies.
Tonight at 10 on My RDC.
Mike here from Leith Auto Park Honda in Cary, and during the Certified Dream Deal Sales event, we have amazing pricing on award-winning Accord, Civic, and CR-V models. We don't play any games or gimmicks because we don't have to. Our amazing staff and our tremendous selection keeps our customers happy, and our Leith Peace of Mind pricing keeps them coming back. You'll also get Auto Park for life. That's oil changes, loaner cars, and more, all at no cost to you. So hurry in to Leith Auto Park Honda for clearance pricing before time runs out. It's easier here.
Proudly representing the community for years, Oxner Permar is now proud to sponsor the Scholar Athlete of the Week for MyRDC's Friday Night Rivals. Every Friday night, Oxner Permar will shine a light on an exceptional scholar athlete who inspires us all to do the right thing, just as we strive to make wrongs right every day at Oxner Permar. Plus, at the end of the season, one of these All-Stars will receive a $5,000 scholarship provided by Oxner Permar. Oxner Permar, we make wrongs right.
I'm at Saltwater Seafood, best seafood place in town. I'm telling you, the best service. The people here are excellent. They treat you like family, and they got the best fresh fish, and it's so good. And not only can you buy fresh fish, you get it fried in the shack. They fried it seasoned to a T. I come in here all the time. I don't ever go nowhere else but here. I'm telling you, best place in Raleigh. You hear me? You better come on down and get you some fish. I love it.
Come see us!
Rain and wind still coming down in Cary. Friday night rivals. Jordan and Green Hope 20-12. The Jordan Falcons lead the Green Hope Falcons. We begin the fourth quarter, and here's the opportunity for Green Hope. They have forced a punt by the Jordan Falcons from their own end zone, and it will be Andrew Hayes looking to kick. He's about 6 or 7 yards back in his end zone. The snap is clean. Here's pressure, and he just got it off. But it's a short kick. It'll land at the 26. And roll to a stop at the 35-yard line. So unreturnable for Bowling. But here's the chance for Green Hope as the fourth quarter gets underway. a touchdown and 2 away for a tie. They're 35 yards away, down by 8.
Well, and this is where, if you're in that huddle, you got to kind of stand up here, say, hey, guys, listen, this is the drive. We've got to score. The field position, the running ability of Holum here, the weather's getting worse. It's continuing to rain. Field conditions aren't going to get any better. This is where your ground attack has to take over. Now, I'm a little bit surprised on that punt. They had 2 guys back for the return. I'm surprised they didn't load the box there, try to block or at least put pressure to try to get a safety there. But here, starting off, great field position.
There's a look at quarterback Willie Taylor. Holum has been the featured back in this second half, and he'll try to pick up the blitz. It's coming from the backside. He didn't do it, and Taylor wrapped up and shoved down, and Jordan's Jonathan Cradle came from the backside, and that was the responsibility of Holum, and he whiffed on him.
Here, pass protection, so important. And he missed. He just went down too deep, missed Cradle coming to the outside. And Cradle there, a long, rangy defender, defensive lineman. We've talked about Jeanette's name so much from the wide receiver position. Well, his father is the defensive line coach, has to be proud of the way this pass rush is coming tonight.
That is a 10-yard loss on first down. Taylor eludes one. He has room on the right side, throws it back over the middle, and it's nearly intercepted by Cradle. He's been everywhere on this series defensively for Jordan. The sack the previous play, and nearly a game turner right there on that almost interception.
On the previous play, he was coming with pressure. Here, going into pass coverage. Dangerous throw by Taylor. But there, that's one you wish you could have back. Again, though, the ball's so slippery. And plus, these defensive linebackers, not many opportunities to catch the ball. That wind has continued to pick up. So not only is the ball wet, the wind is pushing the ball out.
Cradle was that close from wearing the big gold chain.
Yep.
3rd and 20. Taylor to the sideline, incomplete. And there's number 8, Jonathan Cradle, one more time. 4th down and 20. Boy, this is not what Green Hope envisioned after the punt from the end zone gave them excellent field position. And it looks like Green Hope is going to raise the flag, and they're going to kick away and send Vivona back on the field, who's been one of their most valuable players in this game.
And, Patrick, that's why it's so important on first down. You've got to get positive yards. They gave up that sack, and then from that point, they're just not able to execute throwing the ball.
Craig Kroom back to return. And Vivona has been so productive. No pressure this time. Into a little bit of a breeze. Still will get a punter's roll, and this one will die inside the 10. So a 36-yard kick by Vivona, but it's all about positioning, and he will hem in the Jordan Falcons for the second time. 10:41 left, fourth quarter. Jordan football up by 8.
And Coach Green talked to us this week about Vivona. He said, hey, listen, he's a good offensive lineman, but what he does punting the football is special, and he stood up tonight. I mean, he's flipped the field position. He's really put Jordan in some tough circumstances. And also, too, just handling the ball, being able to catch it and then kick it. He deserves a game ball for his effort.
And we'll see what Ben Miller and the Jordan Falcons offense can do. Again, wrecked back deep in their own territory for the second straight drive. Wind at their backs. 1st and 10 on a delay. Hayes chased down in the backfield. First man on the scene, James McNear, number 33. They are focusing in on Andrew Hayes after he's ripped off a couple of big second-half runs.
And there, McNear coming in on the blitz. He just shot into the backfield. Jordan's got an 8-point lead, and we're here in the fourth quarter. Green Hope figures they're probably going to run the ball, so they're bringing corner blitzes, loading the box up to try to stop the run. If they can get a stop here and force Jordan to punt, they feel like they can get the ball back in good field position, but they cannot give up any big plays.
No gate on first down. Play clock at 9. Game clock under 10 minutes for the fourth. And Miller calls for the snap with 1 on the play clock. It's a quarterback keeper. And Miller through the middle for a couple of yards. McIntyre is there to drive him back. Seems to be a little early to be going this ultra conservative for this pass-happy team. You can understand why. I mean, it's a conundrum right here for the Falcons. You have the lead. You don't want to make a mistake. But you've been throwing the ball pretty effectively with Miller, but deep in your own territory twice now. We've seen them really play it close to the vest.
Well, too, you have to look at what Green Hope's doing. They're loading the box up. So I think you have to recognize the defense is saying, hey, we're going to stop the run. For Jordan, you've got good wide receivers. Get rid of the ball quickly. Throw slant routes. Big wide receivers in the slot where they can box out the defenders. I would go the quick passing game.
Now it's been the outside receivers that have really caused a lot of trouble for Green Hope tonight, with Davis and also Jeanette. Third down, a long 8. Miller, nothing across the middle. He will run, he will take a hit, and he will go basically nowhere. And again, James McNear, just a sophomore, number 33. Second nice tackle he's made on that series. And here we go again. Jordan will punt from deep in its own end.
Miller was looking towards the right at Jeanette, nowhere to go. Then at McNear, nice job wrapping up. I mean, if he doesn't make that tackle, Miller will go for the first down. Now special teams coming up here, punting situation. We've seen Green Hope do outstanding. Can Jordan continue to match special teams effort?
And again, Green Hope will drop 2 single safeties back, so this is not their punt block team. Andrew Hayes with that big touchdown run is also doubling as their punter, and he stands just outside his goal line. We'll see what kind of rush we see from Green Hope. First check the snap. Play clock at 10. And the Jordan Falcons doing everything they can to shorten up this game. Clean snap, a little pressure through the middle. And a high short kick over toward the Jordan sideline. And Bowling lets it bounce. Cost himself about 5 yards. It'll be down to the 45-yard line. Well, the last drive for Green Hope started at the 35. They went backwards, didn't score. This one begins again in Jordan territory. First down from the Jordan 45 for Green Hope. 7:37 to play, fourth quarter when we return to Cary.
Miller Mott understands motivation. Miller Mott understands goals. Our dental assisting program makes it easier for you to start doing what you love. Kick off your new career education today at Miller Mott College in Raleigh.
Stepping into the unknown, it can be difficult to find the way. But with the compassion of the cross and the security of the shield, obstacles become openings. As we have for over 80 years, we'll continue to light the way, helping families find the right coverage in all 100 counties, giving you the power to shine forward to whatever awaits tomorrow. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of North Carolina. Live fearless.
Miller Mott understands support. Miller Mott understands success. Our veterinary technology program gives you the support and education you need to become a veterinary technician. Kick off your new career training today at Miller Mott College in Raleigh.
Well, in a night like this, you don't know how many chances you're going to get if you're the Green Hope Falcons. You're down by 8. It's homecoming, and you start your second consecutive drive in plus territory. But 7:37 left in the fourth quarter. This drive for quarterback Willie Taylor and Green Hope begins at the Jordan 45. You need a touchdown and 2 to draw level. And this is a first down call. Hullum shifts the ball right to left with room on the left side and slides out of bounds. They will wind the clock down to about the 38-yard line. 7 for Hullum, so already a much more positive first down play in Jordan territory than what we saw on their last drive.
Well, and Jordan has to do a little bit better job with their defensive coverage. We'll see right here, nobody on the outside. That was Jeanette coming up from kind of the linebacker position on the inside for the tackle. But I was watching pre-snap. Grant was in the slot, but the safety was playing back about 15 yards deep, so there was no edge defenders there. A good job by Green Hope recognizing on the left side of the field there was an open area.
6 yards on first down. Pressure coming. The pass just released in time toward the end zone, and a leaping catch is made by Cade Rom at the 10-yard line. Willie Taylor got rid of the pass a nanosecond before he got flattened from behind. And the huge reception by Cade Rom.
And I don't know how he got rid of it. Cradle was going for the ball. And Rom, though, focusing on it, stealing it away from Broughton. a huge play in the passing game.
And back inside the Wake 86 at green zone. Help keep Wake County litter free. 86 are trash. First and goal from the 10. Probing off that left side of the pile, drives all the way toward the 2-yard line. Hullum, 8 yards on first and goal.
Doesn't the mentality look different on this drive? The offensive line, Hullum, the first drive was outstanding. Then a couple drives where they kind of just didn't do much at all. And then now here, it looks like they've got that fire back beneath them here, getting close to the end zone.
3 receivers across the field, but it's Hullum again, straight up the middle, toward the goal line, and he's in! Touchdown, Green Hope! Joshua Hullum, second touchdown of the second half. Green Hope within a 2-point conversion of drawing even.
And look at the interior of this offensive line. Good job. Brogan Turner, Nick Vivona, Amir Atieth leading the path than Hullum here. Just a different mentality on that drive. Green Hope scoring in there, but now this 2-point conversion. We've talked about it. Can you convert? Special teams, kicking, 2-point conversion opportunities are going to be huge.
2-yard touchdown run. Leith Auto Park Honda touchdown for a Hullum and Green Hope. Now the ever-important 2-point try. Grant in the backfield, keeping his Taylor. He's spun down, and he's short of the goal line. And Jordan survives with the lead. With 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter, Jordan by 2, 20-18.
And there comes out the chain. Hakeem Brooks playing tackle and defensive line tonight, and he deserves it after this play. On the option, this is a heck of a play. Look at number 54 right here. Slip the block and then kind of bait Taylor into holding on to the ball. He didn't see him, and then him and Hargett coming down with a huge play. And that's one of those plays. You know, it's only one tackle, but it saved them 2 points. Yep. That's going to be huge here.
Well, they hadn't seen the option since very early in this game, but boy, were they schooled and ready for it there on that 2-point conversion. They played that like they've seen it 20 times tonight. So 6:10 left. It's 20-18 Jordan. And again, they points after touchdown have really come back to harm Green Hope tonight. And now Green Hope, all 3 timeouts as we get ready for Lane and Associates Family Dentistry kickoff. Are they kicking deep, or will this be an onside kick? We'll see what senior kicker Alex Pinnell elects to do. And he will kick it deep. They will trust the defense. This ball slithers through the rain, picked up at the 13-yard line. Andrew Hayes really almost in first gear the entire way on that return, not wanting to tap the gas, being very protective of the football. And this key possession now for Jordan. They will try to work as much time as they can, but the last 2 offensive series have left a lot to be desired. Let's go to our Saltwater Seafood scoring summary. There's a big hookup with Cade Rom. And a couple of plays later, Hullum for his second score of the game. Brought to you by Saltwater Seafood. 20-18, Jordan on top of Green Hope. Jordan football. And Ben Miller, can he pick up a handful of first downs, work the clock, and lead Jordan to a Kia Road win? Going for the interception, missing. Pass got through to Jeanette, who takes it down the sideline over the 40 to about the 45-yard line.
And he went out of bounds there, and there's tarp there, but it's like a river. We'll see here as he gets tackled how much water's down there. But Jeanette there just kind of getting the ball there right off the grass, catching it, and you see the water flowing down there.
It's a kiddie pool.
They can't wait to take a shower.
Well, Justin Grant trying to make something happen for Green Hope's defense. Went for that interception of a softly thrown, wobbly football that still made its way through to Jeanette. Blue Cross Blue Shield first down. Jordan football at the Falcons' 45-yard line. Hayes spun around, stopped near the line of scrimmage. McNear, Messier. no gain, second down.
And McNear's been good in the second half. He's shooting gaps coming from the secondary. And Jordan, they're taking their time. Still plenty of time here. Green Hope 3 timeouts. Their offense coordinator, Tony Creasy, telling Miller to slow down here. No reason to play with any type of pace.
Which isn't easy to do when you're an offense that wants to get to the line and throw. But they've had to adapt. And this second half has been a strong showing. Easy toss. Hayes has it in the open field into Green Hope territory. They will still wind the clock. He's marked out at about the 47-yard line. He'll be a couple of yards short of a first down. So pickup of 8. 2 yards to go on third down. Boy, big third down moment this is for the Green Hope defense.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to get off the field. And Hayes, we talked about his prowess in the passing game. He had 13 catches against Panther Creek in the last ball game. So for him, such a huge weapon for Miller. And 3rd and 2 coming up. What do you do here? Do you put the ball in the air, give it to Hayes? I would give it to Hayes.
Now this will be 3rd and a long 2 for Jordan. Line of reach is the 45-yard line. Ben Miller with Hayes to his right, 3 receivers to his left, and they will throw on 3rd and short. They trust Miller, shovel pass up to Hayes, makes the catch, inbounds, spins away from a defender, picks up the first down. He's down to the 34.
And great job by Miller. We'll see here. Pre-snap, there was only one defender off towards the right, McNeary, and then the safety deep. Jeanette ran him off, and then here the one edge perimeter defender right there. McIntyre had to come off, and then that allowed kind of a 2-on-1 situation. Miller protecting the ball, dishing it off at the last moment.
Blue Cross Blue Shield first down. Line of scrimmage to the 34-yard line. Clock now becomes the ally of Jordan. 4:53 as the snap comes. Miller fakes, holds on to it, bumps off of one of his linemen, and then is thrown back down by Tyree Pritchett of Green Hope. Boy, the clock management we've seen from Jordan. Once this game got to the fourth quarter with a lead, Ben Miller has done a really good job slowing himself and his team down and maintaining some composure as David Green is hoping for one more chance for his offense.
And Miller protecting the football, but also knowing when to get out of the pocket and being careful. Finding Hayes, taking the short routes. We haven't seen them take any of those deep shots down the field. Now, they've had success with that earlier in the ball game, but here, being methodical, being careful, and just moving the chains.
Ball spotted at the 33-yard line, 2nd and 7. Green Hope still all 3 timeouts. Still that wide open formation. Rushing 3, the handoff Hayes. First man misses, and Hayes nuzzles his way inside the 30 to about the 28. Now again, Green Hope, a couple of things to consider as we see Miller down. All right, take it back. That's Andrew Hayes who's down, the injured Jordan Falcon. Well, he's critical to the running game and even the passing game as the safety valve out of the backfield. He's crawling toward his sideline. And they will stop the clock at 3:40. They will check on Andrew Hayes on the sideline and lift him to his feet. This does not look good at all.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy. That is potentially a major catastrophe for Jordan, not just tonight, but for their future. Well, let's hope that Andrew Hayes is okay.
He's had such a great ball game. You hate to see any type of injury, and lucky to get him over to the side there near the coaches where they could just get him over to the bench and check him out.
To take this timeout as they examine Andrew Hayes on the sideline. Jordan leading by 2, late fourth quarter.
Look out, there's a tree now, rocks on your right. Oh no, mind the ditch. Bubba, you and the RAV4 are out of the woods. Ha, see what we did there? The silence is awkward.
4 cameras working in perfect harmony. Lease a 2018 RAV4 XLE for $219 a month for 36 months plus $500 bonus cash. Toyota, let's go places.
Saltwater Seafood has the freshest seafood in town and the best customer service.
Saltwater has the freshest seafood in town and the best staff.
Saltwater gets their fish fresh every morning.
Hey, Dante.
Check out the catch of the day at saltwaterseafoodnc.com and join our mailing list for weekly specials. Our fresh fish come daily from the North Carolina coast, and we're open every day but Monday.
I love their fresh fish right here at Saltwater.
Back on this rainy Friday night in Cary, North Carolina. Battle of the remaining two unbeaten to the Tri-6. 20-18, Jordan leading Green Hope. It's been a huge second half for Andrew Hayes and the Jordan Falcons, but Hayes literally just crawled off of the field and then was carried by one of his assistant coaches to the training table. Looks like a right ankle injury, and it looked like it might have been very serious. And we wish nothing but the best for him. So we're back live action here. C.J. Robinson replaces Hayes in the backfield, number 11. And we get a penalty marker prior to the snap on this 3rd and 5 play. And it's a false start against Jordan. Well, a couple of the teammates of Andrew Hayes went over to the training table where he's underneath an awning to avoid the rain coming down on the athletic trainer and Andrew Hayes. But a couple of his teammates went over to check, and then they immediately walked off, which is also not an encouraging sign. Our thoughts are with him. We hope it's nothing serious. And now we get a timeout taken by Green Hope. They had all three left, Jay. They're down by 2. The one thing you can basically cancel out of this drive is going to be a potential field goal situation. Yeah. So if Green Hope gets a stop on 3rd and now 4th down, thanks to that penalty, it kind of changed the strategy here for David Green.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. If you're over on that sideline, Coach Green's got to say, hey, guys, listen, I need 2 stops. Let's get the ball back and go down and score and win this ball game. But for Jordan, you got 2 downs to get 8 yards. Yep. You're not going to kick a field goal here. What I would do is roll Miller out. You've seen how good he is with his legs. Let him roll out, try to pick up the first down with his legs, or throw the ball up to Jeanette or Davis, his 2 big wide receivers. But I would let him get out of the backfield, get away from pressure, and let him have those 2 options, throw the ball or run for it with his legs.
All right, 20-18, Jordan leading Green Hope. There have been some big plays tonight. Let's get to our Miller Mott game-changing play of the game. And here it is, Ben Miller with Jordan leading by a point, hooking up with Jeanette. And that would lead to a 20-12 lead for Jordan.
Just outstanding job, Miller, again, putting the ball in an accurate spot where only his guy could get, and Jeanette bringing it down.
Miller Mott, changing futures, changing lives. Kick off your new career with Miller Mott. 3rd and a long 7 and an incomplete pass intended for Jordan's Craig Kroom. And now it's 4th down, and this is a anxiety-riddled moment for Jordan's offense. You don't want to give the football back with a 2-point lead to Green Hope, but they're going to definitely go for this on 4th down.
Well, we saw him roll out there, ball a little bit too far, but it stopped the clock. You know, it's still Green Hope with the timeouts, but I'm a little bit surprised they didn't try to go with Miller on the ground there rolling out. And now here, I would do the same thing. Get him out of the pocket. Let him try to pick it up with his legs.
And this is also where we've seen Andrew Hayes being that safety valve out of the backfield with some screen passes and some shovel passes, but he's out with an injury. 4th down, they look for the newcomer, Robinson. One man misses, moving to the first down, sneaks through. Not only the first down, but a touchdown for C.J. Robinson and the Jordan Falcons. On 4th and 8, with the game on the line, the Jordan Falcons with C.J. Robinson filling in for the injured Andrew Hayes. And will Hayes ever love this result? And the gold chain certainly going Robinson's way in a moment.
Well, and just the ability to make a man miss, and then he knew where the sticks were for the first down, but he didn't try to get the first down. 2 Green Hope defenders standing there. He shot through both of them, split them, went through with power, and then just the inability in the second half for Green Hope to make key tackles enabled Robinson to get to the end zone.
Game on the line right here. The lead is 8. An extra point, which has been very tough to come by tonight from Eigenraw. If he knocks it in, it's a 2-possession game. Easy snap. Kick is on the way. It's toward the crossbar. It has just enough. And Jordan goes up by 9 on the road with only 3:02 to play. And that entire sideline knows how important that extra point was after C.J. Robinson, next man up, comes through on a 4th down touchdown reception from 33 yards out.
And stepping up, and Robinson on 4th down, so much pressure on that play. He stepped up, and you can see the excitement of his teammates, but we've talked about special teams, the conversion there on the extra point. 2 critical plays, and Jordan made it happen.
Saltwater Seafood scoring summary. Saltwater Seafood Market in Fry Shack. Fresh seafood daily. C.J. Robinson, first touchdown of the year, either running or receiving for Robinson. At Auto Park Honda, Leaf Auto Park Honda, touchdown for Jordan. They lead by 9. Green Hope only has 2 timeouts left. The 4th quarter clock shows 3:02, and they are in all kinds of hurts as we get ready for the Lane and Associates kickoff.
And it's amazing there because 4th down, if Robinson doesn't score that touchdown, doesn't get the first down, if Green Hope gets off the field, it's a 2-point lead by Jordan with Green Hope getting the football back. That one play changed it, and then the extra point makes it a 9-point game. So it went from 2 points to 9 points with 2 plays.
So now everything has to come up 7s for Green Hope. They need a big return. They need a quick strike. And then a recovery of an onside kick to give themselves a chance. The approach by Eigenroth. And a deep kick, returnable from the 15. And it won't be the big return that Green Hope was hoping to get. It'll be first down for Green Hope right around the 30-yard line for quarterback Willie Taylor. 27-18, Jordan leading Green Hope. Again, setting the table. Jordan started the year 1-5. They won 2 games in a row, sandwiched around a postponement due to the hurricane a couple of weeks ago. Green Hope hasn't lost a conference game in a couple of years. And Jordan on the road saw some early adversity, trailed 6-0 after a quarter. So now their top running back, Andrew Hayes, get knocked out of the game with what looks to be a fairly serious ankle injury in the middle of that last drive. But now they lead by 9. Well, here we go for Willie Taylor and Green Hope. He'll launch deep down the left side and swat it away. Incomplete. Played nicely by Marcus Green, junior cornerback.
I know Green Hope has a huge deficit, but it's so hard to complete these long passing plays with the wind, with the rain. Just the probability, it's not very high. I would still try to go with underneath routes where your running backs, wide receivers can catch the ball and then get yards after the catch, because it's still hard to tackle with the wet field positions. It's just hard to connect on those long passing plays.
And they're blowing rain into the face of the quarterback, Taylor. Pressure coming. Good job sensing it. Points a receiver down. He will run. He's across the 40 and takes it out of bounds just shy of the 45-yard line. So it'll be a first down for Green Hope. Brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
And both quarterbacks, we've talked about their pocket awareness here. Cradle coming through. Taylor knowing when to get to the outside, and then deceptive speed. And both these guys are dangerous dual threat quarterbacks that can do it in both areas.
So pickup of 13, first down for Green Hope from their own 44-yard line. Here comes pressure from the outside again. It's picked up. Taylor through the middle, weaving, takes a hit, tumbles out to midfield. Still 2 timeouts for Green Hope. And a pretty visible sense of urgency for quarterback Willie Taylor. Pressure again, picked up by Holman. Taylor escapes, got by another, picks up a first down, and carries 2 defenders to the 35. That'll stop the clock at 2:06. And Green Hope, 2 big plays turned in by their quarterback, and now putting themselves in range, down by 9.
And see, these aren't huge passing plays. These are just, obviously runs here, but it's hard to make tackles. I mean, there's 2 or 3 guys trying to bring Taylor down, missed tackles. You're getting positive yards when there's not really that much room to run, but it's just hard as a defender with these conditions.
Now from the 35-yard line, quick slant, and Van can't hang on. Stops the clock. 1:51 left, fourth quarter.
There's a slant route. And Taylor just couldn't get a good hold of the ball. See, when he threw it, he's still trying to find the laces. And it still went right into his hands, but just not able to connect there. The spiral not clean. And it's hard with the timing, too, keeping your footing, everything that goes into completing a pass.
Still 2 timeouts, 1:51 to go, second down. Taylor, a lot of time. He'll toss it to the sideline, underthrows it, intercepted by Joaquin Davis of Jordan. Back up the sideline, he's to the 40, back across the middle of the field. Will he just drop down? No, he wants more. And the Jordan Falcons are going to come on the road and knock off the king of the Tri-Six. Two big receptions by Davis earlier in the game and an interception that will seal this road win over the defending conference champs.
And Taylor was trying to sneak the ball in there between double coverage to Grant, but Davis with his length, they're just looking like a wide receiver and here wanting more. But his length is such a big advantage for him, and there's Jeanette, number 14. Both those guys play offense and defense. And there with the chain again. He's going to have a couple pictures on Instagram tonight now. Look at him here posing.
Hey, how many different Jordan Falcons have worn that gold chain tonight?
To motivate you.
They may put all 80 guys inside that chain when this game ends. Taking a knee, Ben Miller. Green Hope still sitting on 2 timeouts, but David Green, head coach of Green Hope, knows his fate, and he may not bother taking these timeouts. Well, last year, Green Hope beat Jordan by 4 touchdowns. 48-20 was the final on the way to Green Hope's undefeated conference season. And a timeout has been taken with 1:29 to go by David Green and Green Hope. But we talked about some of the losses to graduation from that Green Hope team, including Jordan Adams, who's now playing pro baseball in the Los Angeles Angels organization. So they had to reload a little bit, but boy, the rivalries are fierce, and when it comes down to defending the home field, making smart decisions in a key conference game, we just haven't seen enough of that tonight from Green Hope.
You can see the frustration with Coach Green down the sideline. He's got a talented team, but it's handling the conditions tonight. Jordan, they just did better. They were able to execute at a higher level. And then when they had to make a couple of plays in critical situations, the 4th down conversion, they made it. The extra point, they made it. Those are 2 huge plays, and Green Hope, they've had some good drives. It's just the tackling in the second half. I was surprised the missed tackles and just some of the effort as well on the defensive side.
So second down, only 1 timeout left for Green Hope. Miller will surge forward, and boy, look at that offensive line. Do you think they want to make one more moment of impact? That was supposed to be a quarterback sneak for about 1 yard. It goes for 6. And David Green wants to be alone. He was marching down that sideline a moment ago all the way down to the 30-yard line. 20 yards away from anybody wearing green and white, and he's doing it again. Having a conversation with some of his staff up here in the press box. But meanwhile, let's talk about what Anthony Barber has been able to do. A phenomenal recovery by the Jordan Falcons. In their first 4 games, they gave up 33 points, 34 points, 46 and 57, and started the year 1-3. They then had a couple of tight losses, but they never lost faith. And it's as much a credit to the players as it is to the coaching staff. And now, here we are. I mean, they probably can't believe it, but a month later, after all of the issues that they faced earlier in the year, a month later, they're in the driver's seat to go unbeaten in the conference, get the automatic bid of the postseason with potentially a winning streak that might be 5 games by the time the regular season ends.
It's amazing. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And just their mentality, you have to have a strong mental focus. And we were talking to Rob McLam, one of the assistant coaches, before the game, and he was talking to us, and he made the comment, no excuses. Weather, no matter what it is, his team, no excuses tonight. They found a way to come out with a victory.
Right, Green Hope is now out of timeouts. Miller will move forward for a couple of yards. That will bring up 4th down, so no chance now for Green Hope to stop the clock. And the officials, when they set the play clock, it will be probably with a little bit below a minute to go in this 4th quarter. But when you have guys like Ben Miller, your captain quarterback, who's been your all-time leading passer, your record setter since he was a sophomore for Jordan, and then on the other side, we saw really a breakout game by junior Jonathan Cradle, who's been in coverage, who's been on some blitz packages. He's been everywhere for Jordan tonight. And then, not to be overlooked, but what C.J. Robinson was able to do after the injury to Andrew Hayes in that last most critical drive for Jordan, that will give a lot of confidence to Barber and the offensive line and Ben Miller that our offense can still develop a little bit of a running game if Hayes is injured seriously and can't come back.
Guys stepped up, and they're going to love watching the film of this game because they're going to see guys making big plays in tough conditions tonight.
And that was a 4th down call with the clock stopped now with 13 seconds to go as Jordan did not pick up the 1st down. So the Green Hope offense will come back onto the field, but it's all for naught. 27-18, Jordan has taken the bus ride from Durham, and they are about to knock off the defending conference champs, and suddenly they are going to be driving the bus for the final 2 weeks of this regular season. Destiny will be in the palm of the hands of the Jordan Falcons. And one last dry football tossed into play. And what a fun ride this is going to be back for the Jordan Falcons. Three-man rush, toss to the sideline. And Van stays in bounds. And the clock is going to wind out. And the Jordan Falcons, in what seemed to be a lost year, 6 games into the season, they are now undefeated 3-0 in Tri-6 play and control their own destiny for a conference championship. They've come on the road and defeated the Green Hope Falcons 27-18.
Both teams, the effort tonight in terrible conditions with the rain, the field, the water, able to focus and play as hard as they did. I was so impressed with that, and they fought into the 4th quarter. It was just Jordan stepping up, making huge plays. Both these teams, you can see the talent, but well coached. But again, the effort, it came down in the 4th quarter, and Robinson scored the touchdown that really changed it. And then we see Hayes over on the side there with the crutches. Hopefully he'll be okay, but these teams, they're going to have a good chance in the playoffs, Patrick, to go deep.
27-18, Jordan knocks off Green Hope on the road. We'll come back and wrap up this spirited broadcast. Congratulations, Anthony Barber and the Jordan Falcons. They're now in control of their own destiny in the Tri-6. They win at Green Hope by 9.
I'm a student athlete, which means I'm still learning.
I'm still growing.
I'm getting important lessons about perseverance, teamwork,
determination, respect, and dedication through playing sports at my school.
Mom, Dad, Coach, in a few years,
I'll probably forget a lot of the details, but I won't forget the lessons I learned
from the way you act towards my teammates,
coaches, referees, and other fans.
What kind of lesson do you want me to learn? I'm watching.
Sportsmanship, together we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Your vehicle search ends here. Hendrick Chevrolet in Cary has North Carolina's largest selection of new Chevys, plus up to $15,000 off MSRP. Find new roads at HendrickChevrolet.com. That's the power of Hendrick.
Now through Monday, $12 a month interest-free. That's your low monthly payment at Rooms to Go for everything you're about to see. Over 100 perfect picks, just $12 a month for a sofa and love seat set, sectionals, sleeper sofas, A dual reclining sofa, $12 a month for 5-piece dining sets, 5-piece bedrooms, accent cabinets, consoles, a complete queen bed with mattress, just $5.99 or $12 a month for 50 months, interest-free. Now through Monday at Rooms to Go.
It doesn't matter how you do it, just 86 it.
Your vehicle search ends here. Hendrick Chevrolet in Cary has North Carolina's largest selection of new Chevys, plus up to $15,000 off MSRP. Find new roads at HendrickChevrolet.com. That's the power of Hendrick.
27-18, Jordan spoils Green Hope's homecoming, and now they are leading the pack in the Tri-6. Let's go downstairs. Aaron Summers is with the joyous head coach of the Jordan Falcons, Anthony Barber. Aaron?
Coach Barber, it took you into the second quarter to score tonight. How were you able to open things up offensively?
We just put the ball up in the air and let Ben do his thing, and hopefully he could hold on to the ball tonight, and it worked out well for us.
Even with the weather like it was, you were able to establish both a pass game and a run game. What was working for you?
Of course, the pass working for us, and then Andrew Hayes broke out a couple big ones. And we had to be who we are, even regardless of the weather. We had to play our game.
Undefeated in the Triangle 6 Conference. You take down the other undefeated team. What did your team prove tonight?
No, we proved we'll contend in this conference. We want to win it.
What's that bus ride going to be like on the way back to Durham?
They're having a good time down there. I'm pretty sure it's going to be fun.
We're going to take this trophy over to them. You can take that on the way back, too.
Right, thank you.
Patrick?
Congratulations, Anthony. Thank you, Aaron. And Jay, what does this mean for both sides, Green Hope and Jordan?
Well, we talked about a wave earlier in the ballgame, Patrick, getting on a hot streak. And Jordan, they're on that wave right now, that momentum, the confidence this game's going to build, the camaraderie, the way they stepped up. And you can see Coach Barber, by that smile, he knows what it's going to do for his team. And Ben Miller, he was outstanding tonight, the senior quarterback. When you've got a great quarterback, good wide receiver, strong defense, that's going to enable you to go deep in the playoffs, and they're playing with that confidence right now.
Jordan is now taking down the king of the conference, and only Cary and Riverside over the next 2 weeks stand in their way. All of us would like to take a moment to thank the wonderful folks at Lane and Associates Family Dentistry, My Computer Career, Ochsner Pirmar, and Hendrick Chevrolet, who make all these games possible for you viewers at home. We would also like to thank all of our other great supporters for their contributions to our Friday Night Rivals telecast. Wake 86 at Blue Cross Blue Shield, North Carolina, the U.S. Marines, Miller Mott College, Auto Park Honda, and Saltwater Seafood. We'd also like to thank tonight's participating high schools and all their administrators for their support. Don't miss next week's Friday Night Rivals game when Wake Forest takes on Heritage. For Aaron Summers, Jay Sonhalter, Evan Badler, the producer-director, our entire crew, Patrick Keene is saying goodnight from Cary, where the Jordan Falcons take the lead in the Tri-6, a road 9-point win over Green Hope. Good night from Cary. Stay dry.